you doing? What are you doing? Come on. You never light a cigar that way.
Yo, it's the Shadow Smokers Legion, fun, family, and smoke. Rockin' with Phoenix fresh rhymes, they're stronger than no. About to break it off with the illest of crews, led by the man Tony Wang, making his vision come true. Now let me take you on a ride. We got love for cigars, from the east to the west, only the brightest of stars. I screen in the scene, little guy with the shop, shadow gazing around. You know it ain't gonna stop. Cigar mechanic don't panic when he's repping his brand. Escadillo and more, smooth as sticks in the land. Hashimoto's around, jumping live in the chats. Asian orange and more, his button's famous in fact. Cigars, pipes, whiskey, coffee, and more. Turbo jetting around, Tim with the dopest of pours. What's that? Huh? One wheel and reviews? Martin in the house, sharing the latest smoke news. Need to pick me up? Get to Southeast US. Bob and Chief in the mix, you know they saying God bless. We got that journey, voyage, private blends for the crew. Celebrating with coins, repping that dope swag too. Now I'm about to sign off, you know it's time for that audit. Light up the group with my post, you know I'll rock it the socket. But remember y'all, Legion, it lives with a passion. From a man in the shadows, ayo, the SoySauceAssassin. So cut it, light it, love the smoke from your region. After all we connect, it's through the power of Legion.
Hey guys, Tony the SoySauceAssassin. It's Saturday, and as you guys can see earlier, I show you guys how this new drip will work because this is literally the first time I use it, and it's literally just dump all the water in there and pretty much forget all about it. So you know, I don't know how that coffee come out. That's why I'm gonna drink it tonight. So we'll figure out how that one comes out to be. Alright, and I do have another one here. This one, I'll just figure out where to give it away once I know this works good. I want to show it to you guys, this thing. So, but I also got to smoke a cigar. This is gonna be the Aroma de Cuba, mi Amor. I think at one time this cigar was in one of the cigar aficionado lists or something like that. But like, you know, I haven't smoked this for a while. This has been sitting in my humidor for a long time. Just look at this cellophane, so you can know how old this thing is. This thing is super old in my humidor. Oh, look at this. Look at this. How'd you like that? That's I think that's pretty. You know, you see the end, and then you know, this is pretty brown. Okay, so let me get some stuff to start. Well, most of all, first, I should turn on the chat because I turned that off last time, I think. Here we go. All right, so that should be on now. All right, and we have Jen Wilcox, we have Joe Sparaccio. We have Juan, we have Sherry. I thought Martin was going to be on today. He's not on yet.
He's working.
Okay, so yeah, but he said he was going to be on. I don't know how you know, but you know, let's address some stuff.
About an hour and a half, probably.
About an hour, okay. So yeah, you guys saw me use this little bit thing earlier. So I got these cans that's sealed on the top, and basically. I put 20 grams of coffee in there, which is exactly what you need for 1 cup of coffee for this particular drip unit. You need 20 grams for 250 milliliters of water. 250 for 20. All right, so literally it comes to be an exact cup of coffee. Let me show you guys. And yeah, see, it's all just gone. All right. And that makes 1 clean cup of coffee. Look at that. So, I don't know if you can see. There's no light, so I can see how clear this is. I can see through it. Like I can see the screen through the back. So, good cup of coffee, hopefully. And I ain't gonna. Hey.
Hey, bro.
So, I'm gonna put this on the side. Actually, I should just take this off and then just show it to you guys. So, originally I was like, you know, what's the big deal? Why do I need another, you know, drip, you know? I mean, I can do drip. I can do espressos. I already have all the things, right? And then like, okay, the special thing about this is that you can make a drip over just one shot of water. You don't have to wait. You don't have to bloom. You don't have to just dump the water in there. All you have to do. All right. All right. That's kind of cool too. All right. But then I saw a picture of it. That looks like a shooty can right there.
Oh wow.
The channel. So I was like, just for that, I'm buying it. Yeah. So yeah, I did buy it.
You mind mine?
So what?
Mine has Walt Disney World in it. See that?
I have Walt Disney World Cup too.
Yeah,
Believe it or not. So
that's why my wife bought it.
So I don't have any way to rinse this right now, so I'm just gonna wipe it down. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It's got this thing going, and then but then what got me was the shooty can Ninja Star shape in there. I was like, I'm gonna get this just for that, right? So yeah, I got it. And I figure I get two because they cost $25 shipping from Japan. They only sell it in Japan right now. And because they call it Mugen too, so it's like, how'd you get it? Such a like a Japanesey design, super Japanesey design. Like as Japanese you gotta get, right? So I bought two, and one is ceramic, and one is plastic, BPA free plastic, and supposedly they're all dishwasher safe, whatever. But yeah, I figure I bought two, and one of them I'll give away eventually. After I figure out what I gotta do with these sizes stuff. 20 grand of coffee samplers. So let me clean out my table. I don't have those my microfiber towel that I can wipe down here, so I'm just gonna tissues. Okay. Now let's cut this and light it, and I'm talking about some crap. Let's vent first. Okay, let's vent first. And no, I'm not gonna vent about IRS. I'm not gonna vent about that.
Yet.
Because the truth is that you can never give enough money to IRS, so there's no point to complain, right? So, but bits of cigars. So Michael, where's my 1502? 1502. It's not here yet.
It's in the mail. It went out. You know it.
Given the Oompa Loompa speed, I should have gotten it yesterday.
True. What is that? La Aroma de Cuba?
Yep. Mi Amor.
Cool.
My love. All right. That's kind of cheesy by saying that. Never mind.
It's okay. I know you love me. It's okay.
I do love you. I think about you all day.
Somebody's got it.
Yeah, you need someone that think about you isn't either gonna bill you or receive a bill from you, right?
Exactly. I'm revisiting this one.
Here we go.
Alma del Fuego.
Yeah, I just feel like the Yamasa is better than that. In my opinion, for that kind of price range, really. So
this thing has got so much glue all over it. It's so funny. It's so weird.
Glue, like
for the band, the cigar glue.
Whoever done that is just finished their training.
Dude, it's like all over this thing.
Oh my god. So let's vent first, okay? Let's vent first. Last week, obviously, not last week, Wednesday. I was talking to brothers and stuff like that, and then somebody mentioned that, there are, the cigar industry is tiny, okay? If you just mention certain things, a lot of people would know what you're talking about. If not, know someone that they would know what you're talking about, right? Somebody will know someone that knows what you're talking about. And literally, somebody here will know what I'm talking about. And, usually, I don't pick fights unless somebody pick fight with me, right? So, and I'm okay if somebody want to talk about me, that's totally okay. But, it happens all the time. All press is good press, kind of thing. Somebody mentioned about you is good. right? And we give each other shit, a lot of shit. Like, you know, I give Michael so much shit. Albert, you know, give everybody shit. James give everybody shit, plus himself shit, you know? And, you know, we give each other shit, okay? And sometimes the shit does go overboard and we get angry and we talk about it, right? I mean, when I get angry, you guys know, I'm angry, right? So I'll talk to everybody about that. I'm angry, right? But here's the thing. If we didn't mention about it, is it okay for someone to jump in and says, hey, you shouldn't be talking about something, you know? Like, how does somebody on the side knows that giving the shit that you're giving is for fun or negative, right? Like, you know, I could have some insider joke and I'll be make fun of Michael for it. You know, we used to make fun of Chapin so much. Like, every episode. And he knows that we're just giving him shit. I mean, every time Josh Jones comes up, if Josh Jones was in the sentence, Oprah is in that sentence. Okay? So we jab each other all the time, right? But here's the thing, though. If that person have a problem, he probably can't talk to us. It's like, hey, yo, not cool, right? You know, a lot of time where I you know, we'll be make fun of things, we'll hear something in the chat, and then the person behind the scene will be like, I think that's over the board. Let's move on, kind of thing, right? That's totally fine. Yeah. But if that didn't happen, I don't think anybody out there should be talking about it, right? Because you don't know what's going on. Okay, so, and the fact someone else said, hey, let's not talk about this guy, is literally doing exactly the same thing as that guy, the first person was talking about that guy, the second guy, right? You came out to say, hey, it's not cool for you to talk about my brother, and then you're talking about someone else. You're doing the exact same thing that you tell people not to do. Hypocrite. Okay? Don't do that. If you have a problem, go talk to him directly. Go, you know, ask the guy if he even have a problem. You know? So if you think this guy is getting jabbed at, you know, people are bitching at him all day long on the reviews and stuff like that, you ask the guy, say, hey, what do you think about this guy? He's talking about you. And if that guy's okay, you shut the hell up. You know? You don't go up there and make a video about that, and you don't even know what's going on. All right? So, you know, I mean, you know, we all get kind of over the top sometimes. We all like, hey, you're talking to my brother. Oh, no, cool. Well, I'm going to talk to you about it. You know? But, you know, that's, you know, especially if you gotta make a video and not talk about names and have people guessing what is this, like some sort of trivia, you know, then that's not cool. And then it's even more of not cool if you mention my family into this, okay? Shadow Smokers Legion is my family. Don't ever mention it in your show in any sort of negative content. We didn't do anything to you, so don't mention it. Okay? All right? This is my family. You attack my family, then I have to talk about you. Don't do that. All right? Yes, Albert.
What are we talking about, man?
You know, I'm gonna respect that particular video and not mention who that is. But we have few people here know exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, I talked about. I'm gonna talk about this. Okay, so yeah, there's a video out there that talks about one of our family members, and you know how I get when some of our members get talked about. I'm not happy about that, right? And then I had mentioned about it because, you know, by doing that, the person who did that is a hypocrite. Not cool. All right? And then if you had to kind of hinting that Shadow Smokers Legion in any way, I have beef with that. You know, not only have beef with that, I have like freaking T-bone steak over that. T-bone steak, okay?
T-bone?
T-bone steak over that, okay? Not cool. Okay? And then if you want to question this, okay, if you have to say, hey, you're talking about, you know, other people, and then, you know, eventually you need help with the people, you can depend on just the group that you're in. Let me tell you something. This one thing that you didn't know about Shadow Smokers Legion is that Shadow Smokers Legion backs our group members 100%. All right? I don't care what business he decides to run, we'll back it. All right, and that's been proven over. Just look at this guy in the bottom. Just look at this guy in the bottom. All right, this guy, feel the love, power the Legion. Okay, for sure, for sure. He's so busy, he's no longer getting sleep. What's sleep? He joined the no sleep club because of that. Okay.
Exactly.
Power of the Legion. We put our wallet where our mouth is. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about oh you can depend where all those your group members. Our group member is not the same as your typical group with like 10,000 people where like you start a business and start a thing. You're hoping that somebody will back it, and then literally nobody go buy a single thing. All right. Shadow Smokers Legion. Whenever a business starts, we go crazy at it. All right, and I'm not even speaking for myself. Like literally, I'm probably the person that spent the least amount of money on it. Okay, but everybody else is crazy. Okay, don't even question the motive. Shadow Smokes Legion members are very caring and very family oriented. Okay, so we have members that we don't even. Let's not even talking about business. Okay, we'll have members that in need in any way. Everybody pitch in. Everybody pitching, okay? And we have, I think Christina just made a video that today or yesterday. And literally is talking about our members sending her stuff. And this member who sent her stuff isn't particularly well off himself either. He was going through some issue as well. But he feel like, to share the love and to one person's happiness makes your own happiness better. That kind of stuff. All right? And I got some cigar hanging around, and Sherry just like I got no more 601 black and egg roll. I just sent her some. We care for each other, and that's even though that's kind of a dry bagging, isn't it? Now that I think about it.
No, she wasn't saying that. No,
but I will allow that because of Sherry. I will allow that because of Sherry. Okay. Now that I talk about it, I thought about it.
Wow. I wonder if I can get Sherry to dry bag for me.
Hey.
I get double dry bag.
Yeah, well, both of you guys were like, man, you need to get some more 601 blacks. I'm like, there isn't any.
Well, that's the problem. Like, Sherry wants to get some, but you don't have any. That's a different story. That's more.
Nobody has any.
That's not like, hey, I can buy it, but I don't want to buy it. Somebody give it to me. She's more like, I couldn't even buy it, right?
Sure.
And I got some, so I just sent it to her. So.
And nobody has any of those yet. Again.
Yeah, well, that's what they say, Come on, impossible is nothing. Michael, make it happen.
I'll tell them to put me on the list for when they release them again. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll be another 6 months.
I don't know when they're doing it. They haven't said.
Aren't they gotta make it like an annual thing? No.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna taste this coffee finally.
It's gonna be a different size every year too.
Actually, this coffee came out pretty good, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Actually, very good. I'm not gonna complain about this. I was gonna complain about that. I thought I'm just single shot it. It's gonna taste like crap, but actually it tastes okay.
You usually do like a double shot Americano?
Yeah, because it's a lot more stronger. It's got that aroma. It's got that oil. But the way this is done, I guess the channel is so small that it gives the time to brew before it drips down. So it actually have that flavor. It's actually very fruity. But then it's got that the coffee aroma to it. So actually, it got better before on this one. It came out okay. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with these cans. I'm gonna fill like a few of these, and I send it to you, and then you can put it in the samplers. It will be 20 grams. You guys like pre-ground, or you just want beans? These are sealed, so pre-grounds or beans.
I think it's for a sampler. You probably could pre-grind them for people.
Yeah, pre-ground, right? Pre-ground. And then we'll probably choose a winner to win one of these. Right?
Nice.
Now this thing literally cost me $35 after shipping, so we'll do one of those. And then that way you can go home, dump it into the filter, and just literally dump all the water, fill all the way to the top, and you're done. Dump water in there, fill all the way to the top, and you're done. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty easy. Can't complain about that. And that's a lot better than having to become like Albert, who tried to picking out coffee bits off his top. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, if we're gonna talk about Shadow Smoke's Legion, really understand our family first before you want to talk about it, because our family are very different. All right, I don't know how to describe it. Our family group is actually a group more than just an online group. All right, pretty much everybody knows each other. Pretty much everybody knows each other, and we bother each other on daily basis. Majority of our members either have at least visit one member of another. Has at least visit one another member, at least one time. Okay, we have multiple gathering. We have 2021 gathering coming up too. We know each other. It's not just a online group where everybody just joins it and decides to post a picture. No. So if you're gonna ask whether or not one of our member can depend on other members, well, I can say it straight here that our members can depend on the other members for help if there's anything. I know that for sure because, you know, Michael is one of them, Tim is another, Brendan is another, right? Bob, you know, we support all of our members whenever we can. I mean, yeah, there are members who are doing stuff that's really not related, that is really hard. Like, for example, if you do vinyl siding, I mean, not everybody needs vinyl siding at their house. So that's a different story, right? So, yes, Albert.
I noticed that Michael is smoking a band he does not carry, and he's doing it face down. He's smoking it face down so we can't see it.
You see?
Yeah, I saw
No, I was
trying to keep the ash.
I was turning it so it would burn
that. Okay.
properly, so that way it's got a nice burn all the way around.
I figured you as like you didn't want to advertise that you were smoking a different brand.
I do carry something that it's made in the Placencia factory.
Pretty much everything is.
No, 1502 is. Nothing else that I have is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like all the general brands out there are pretty much is. So.
Yeah.
Well, at least somewhat related to it.
Oh yeah,
Here's
no
the thing.
biter tobacco.
I would think if Michael have a big enough operation, he will carry it because Placencia is very expensive, and you had to carry one of each facing. That he'll go broke. He'll go broke just to carry one of each facing. So
and all their 4 blends that they have or whatever.
yeah. So I don't think it's because, you know, Michael doesn't want to carry it. It's because financially that would be a dumb thing to do right now. Carrying one Placencia is like carrying 2 other brands.
Bringing that XO in was that was scary in and of itself.
But XO is actually pretty good. I mean, I would be concerned if XO tastes bad to start with. But XO didn't really taste bad to start with.
That's what when William was asking me about it, and I told him, I said, well, you got to think about it. It's really hard to ask a $20 price tag of something that's not good.
Right. Well, there are $20 price tag cigars that are not good.
Yeah.
Right.
But even if it's not your palate, it's not generally if it's $20, it's not going to be a bad cigar for the most part.
Unless you're talking about Gurkha, are you?
Yeah.
Well, Gurkha does have $20 cigars, so.
And they're not awesome.
And there are people that talk about Atabey a lot lately. I think last show, somebody talked about Atabey. And Atabey is one of those that I don't particularly care for. I mean, people say it's as close as you gotta get to a Cuban, but it's not a Cuban. But when I smoked it, I didn't feel like that way.
It just feels like a super, super, super smooth Connecticut.
But it's kind of boring. It's woodsy. It's boring.
Yeah, it's just super smooth. That's just all you get out of it. You get like cedar and air.
Yeah, and I reviewed it before when we started. I reviewed one, and I literally was like, Tim's got to kill me for this, but this thing tastes like crap. Right? It was like a $30 cigar, and if you think about this, okay, $30 cigar costs more than an average Cuban.
Yeah, that's true. So and like I've noticed that since I've gotten a little more experience with Cubans, a lot of the cheaper ones, per se, are actually really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, for example, the H. Almond Double Corona. Half Corona.
Awesome.
Half Corona is really good. And they're not even nearly that price. It's like, I think it's like a box of 5s. A small one. They're not big. But you can buy a box of those to get one Atabey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so why will you buy Atabay versus a real Cuban? If they try to compare it to a Cuban, it's like this thing is as close as it's gonna get to a Cuban. Well, I mean, that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna pay the price of 2 or 3 average Cubans to get one almost Cuban.
It's for the experience.
Then I just go get a Cuban.
I know. Well, I mean, no, everybody's not in that position. It is kind of an arduous thing sometimes if you don't have somebody that you know that has a lot of them or
But
something
I
like
feel
that.
like if you're in the market to buy $30 cigars regularly, you're probably in some sort of market to find Cubans.
Yeah, probably.
Right? If you buy $30 cigar regularly, or if you just go like someone that goes to Davidoff regularly to buy $30-$40 cigars, that's because you already can afford to get Cubans or travel to get Cubans normally. Like all you have to do is fly to Canada. It's not that far. It's not that far. Well, I mean, for me, it's not that far. For Michael, that's very far. But
So you can't fly there right now.
But if you're near Michael, you can fly to Mexico. The other way, they have it too.
A lot of fake ones.
Oh
There's
yeah,
real
but
ones,
then
a
there
lot
are
of fake
a lot
ones.
of real ones too, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you want? You know what? Just go to DR. Just go to Nicaragua. Yes, you can go to DR. I literally, my wife's friend's husband just left and went to DR. So
The coming back is the issue.
right, so I mean, the coming back is to just get tested, right? Basically.
Yeah, well, except they want it to be within 72 hours of return.
Yeah.
But it could take you a week to get your results, and then your test is already out of date.
But what if I only go there for 2 days?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter because my test results within 72 hours.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the thing. I don't understand how they're doing it. Like, I can't say for sure.
Right? Like if I take I take the test before I left, I got my result the same day, and I fly down, and I come back within 2 days. That test result is still within 72 hours.
Right.
So I'm good.
So, okay, so that's the thing. I mean, I don't want to get on the COVID train thing again, but now that you've had the vaccine, could you still be a carrier and bring it back?
Yes.
So then what is the point?
You won't die.
Well, I know that, but you see what I mean, though? You see what I'm saying?
But that was the only thing that's for. You won't die.
Well, I mean, because some of it, they've been saying like they want people to make sure that they've gotten that before they travel on a plane, whatever. And I'm like, that's just doesn't make sense, but it's okay.
The whole thing was about that they only concern of the people death number. The death number, that's not what they care about. The case number, not really big deal. It's the death number that they care about, right? So if you can't die, that goes to 0. Whatever amount goes up, they don't care. That would be the same thing as calculating how much coal you have a year, So it's all about the death. Anyway, so yeah, you could just fly down and get it. You can just travel down to get it. I mean, crews are coming back sometime, hopefully July, and then you can cruise down and get it. You can't cruise to Cuba anymore, right? I think that's done. You can't cruise to Cuba anymore. But surrounding Bermuda, Bahamas, all those places, they all have Cuba.
Cuba's one of the biggest purchasers of Nicaraguan tobacco.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I did not know that. I'm surprised they can't afford it now.
Oh, I know, but yeah, it's a very interesting thing.
To think that they had to buy well, they kind of need it for blending. So, you can't just have only Cuban blending. That's like, I'm gonna blend rice with rice.
Right. That's where people sometimes get that like stuck in their head. Well, it's a Cuban. Okay. It has not necessarily all Cuban tobacco in it.
Yeah, Cuban just means it's made by Cuba in Cuba, and there's no difference between a champagne and a sparkling wine, if you think about it.
One comes from Champagne.
Right. Well, Tennessee whiskey versus whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta technically call it bourbon, but
I was gonna say it's got to be bourbon. And it's got to be from there, right?
yeah. So
It used to be the thing. Is that the thing anymore?
it's only whiskey if it's from Tennessee. Everywhere else is called bourbon, or
wow.
Scotch. So
Originally Scotch had to be from Scotland, right?
Scotch had to be from Scotland, yeah. But now it's they are saying that so long as it doesn't have that much corn, it's a Scotch. So it's less than 51%. Right? If you've more than 51% corn, you are bourbon. Less than 51% corn, you are Scotch. You know, so and this new definition for Japanese Scotch too. So Japanese whiskey, but I didn't really particularly read into it because what they gotta do is legally they had to change all the names. So if you're no longer a Scotch, Japanese Scotch, they will just, I don't know what they gotta name it, Japanese Spirit. So
that sounds cooler. I
know, right? Japanese Spirits. Yeah, I don't know. I had to look into it. But yeah, but I'm hoping the cruise to get it started soon. I just realized how much the upcoming cruise for me gonna cost because everything is double the price. Because I feel like everybody's just like, I need to get out, I need to buy it now. Like all the boats is gonna end up selling together. It's crazy. That's
what I was gonna ask, is if it's higher or lower.
It's higher. So here's the thing, my previous trip on the private island to get a cabana, it's about $2.99 or $3.99.
Okay.
This current trip, the cabana cost me $1,900 something.
Oh my goodness! Freaking almost! It's like what, 9 times as much?
Oh yeah, I can literally show you guys.
That's ridiculous.
To get a cabana.
6 times.
He said it was what, 1,900?
I'll give you the exact number.
3 times 3.
Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9. 6.
6 times 3 is 18.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're right.
Purchase history. All right.
Quick maths. And I run a business.
1,902.
Good
88
Lord.
cents. Okay. Cabana.
So that's pricey.
That's pricey. But I'm gonna make my wife's gotta be happy. My wife's gotta be sitting on a cabana. So yes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. And that's only for 1 day.
What?
Yeah, it's day 2 on their private island. 1 day.
Good Lord. I figured that would be like 3-4 days or something.
It's 1 day. Not even a whole day. I think it was between 7:30 to sometime about 4:30, 5:30.
Oh my God. Wow. Damn.
Yep.
Tell you what, my cabana is like around $7-8, man.
Well, granted, this cabana is on
My
water.
taco cabana.
This cabana is on water. All right, this cabana is on water.
Well, yeah, mine's just down the street. It's called Taco Cabana.
All right, if it's on land this time around, it's about $900. Still,
Wow.
that's still quite a bit expensive for few hours in a day.
Is it like one of those ones that's on like the stilts in the water?
Yeah, it's basically in the water. It actually floats a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, let's see if I can get a picture for you guys. I think I have a picture. It's like one of these.
That's cool though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, still, $2,000. It costs as much as the ticket to the boat.
I was just gonna say, like, how much was your freaking cruise ticket?
2 of us, the cruise ticket is just about 3,000. So you can imagine this one cabana costs more than one of our tickets.
Wow.
Plus gratuity.
Right.
Right. So yeah, for those people that cruises a lot, not to mention, what I hate the most? I actually called them like, now that I'm gonna be on the cabana, I might as well stay on the cabana all day to make my money worth. Can I smoke cigar on it? They're like, no.
What?
I'm in my private area in the middle of nowhere. I don't get to smoke. They're like, yeah, we have a designated smoke area. I was like, designated right where my cabana is.
That's right. Let me step off.
I'd smoke one anyway, man.
Yeah, make sure the wind's blowing away. Smoke one fucking there anyways.
There's not gonna be anyone in the close vicinity that's gotta be able to smell it.
That's what I'm saying. Let's smoke it.
I can't because it comes with a butler, so the guy's gonna see you smoking.
Tell
You know
him-
what?
yeah,
You know what?
yeah,
I'm gonna
tell
tip
him
the
to
guy
shut up.
really well, and he can tell. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna tip the guy really well, and just tell him to turn a blind eye.
That's what I was gonna say. Just freaking give him a nice tip. Be like, hey, you want to smoke a cigar with me? All right, let's have a good time.
So here's
Either
a
way,
clip for you, buddy. I'm gonna smoke a cigar. And
it's
you're not
like
gonna
you
smoke.
didn't see what happens. Just turn away, come back in like an hour and a half. Okay. But yeah, I actually, it's not money that I can't spend, but even that gets me like, really? That's how much I gotta pay for it? And I could have bought some Davidoff.
Could have, I don't know. Could have done something.
I could have bought one of each 1502 in both sizes and still have change back.
True. It's an experience, though, right? It's an experience.
Oh, it's not experience because I've done it before.
Oh, so I've never done stuff like that, so it'd be an experience.
Yeah, I mean, even that. I mean, Michael, would you spend that kind of money for an experience like that? Exactly. No. Yeah, it's not. It's an excuse. It's an excuse to be on the water. And I'm going to the beach, and I needed a shed to cover myself and not go out. And what is the point to go to the beach?
To be in the sun, enjoy it.
The only thing about that thing's bad is that when they go on a private island, right? All of the workers, chef, workers, and stuff like that leave from the boat, go down to the beach to work there. There's nobody resides there, so the workers actually from the boat, right? From the cruise ship. So you can't just stay in the cruise ship and expect to have food. You have to go down, right? So, it's kind of like they catch you there. They catch you there. Oh, today I went to the mall. I went to shop for a watch. My budget was about 20 to 30 grand to buy a watch today, and literally I went to the watch store. You're not gonna believe this. The door is locked, so we're outside, and then they saw us come over here and asked me what I'm doing here, and I was like, "What do you think? I'm coming to buy a watch, of course, right?" And they're like, "Oh, okay, welcome, come in." I went into the store. When you go to the watch store, everything is displayed, right? They have display cases everywhere. All of the display cases are empty except one. All of the display are empty except their vintage watch, which another word is used watch. So I asked them why. Is it because we're expecting a riot today?
Oh my goodness.
I was like, riot? Where? Where? It's 2 in the afternoon. Nothing happening. Where is the riot? They're like, yeah, we don't know, but we have this what's his name? The guy that got kneed on his neck and died.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's supposed, huh?
The verdict.
It was a verdict today.
It's supposed to, or they think there might be, or something. Yeah.
So they were expecting a riot, so they put everything away. And they put it in the safe, and then they just work there. I was like, dude, if you're expecting a riot, you can't show anything, just go home.
Right?
Let's go home. And they're
point of
only
being there.
allowing 2 people in the store at any given time. So when me and my wife are in there, there's people waiting outside.
So they can all go look at that one watch?
So I went up there. I told them what watch I want, and it would take them 9 million years to find that watch in the safe. They had to open the safe and then get out the tray, like a phone, and then they show it to me. And one at a time, my wife was like, "This is not worth it. Let's just go," because you can't really look at the watch. They would treat you like a freaking criminal, kind of things. Like, okay, which watch would you like to see? Here you go, take a look. It's like it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like. And I was like, I'm here to spend enough money to buy a car, to buy a watch, and over here you're afraid to take it out of your safe to show it to me, right?
Yeah, like that should be the whole thing should be like an experience, and they're not doing that, obviously.
No, because me and my wife already took our watch off, put it on their mat, right, so that we can try on watches, and that's 50, 60 grand's worth of watch right on the table, and you think we gotta run? Where? You know, just take out your watch so we can look at it. You know, so yeah, we in the end we left. We're not happy about it, and the lady who my wife was laughing the whole time because she had so much trouble putting the strap back in the bracelet. Like she showed us a watch, she had to take it it's a leather strap with the bracelet clip, so she had to take it off, and she literally was like trying to fondle it like a whole 20 minutes, tried to put it on back on. And my wife's like, you gotta buy a watch from someone that can't even put a strap back on. So yeah, in the end we didn't buy anything. She's like, yeah, maybe I guess from the city, I can come back tomorrow. I was like, after today I'm not coming back.
Well, Michael does the same thing, by the way.
Michael does the same thing?
Yeah, he makes you like look on a web page for a picture of the cigar, and then after you decide you want it, you have to pay for it. And then he'll send it to you in the mail, even. So he's not much better.
Oh, come on. But at least he followed the demand, right? And when I asked him for the Corona size picture, he took all of them and literally put it in the Discord. So,
yep. And then I put them on the website. They're there.
And that's when I go like, wait, that Corona is not Corona. That Corona is bigger than Robusto.
It's a 5.5 by 42. That's a Corona.
And what was the Robusto?
Robusto's 50, right? Typically.
Yeah.
What was the Robusto?
5 by 50.
I think they come out to be around the same.
Ratio in the end, it's close.
Right? I think it's about the same. So I don't know. I looked at it. I was like, I'd rather smoke the Robusto.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I look at the box, and how do I say it? Except for two boxes, which is the Nicaraguan box and the blue sapphire.
The
box.
sapphire. Yeah.
All the other box gives me this. I don't really want it.
They look. He's got that. It's supposed to look vintage and weathered.
Right. It does look that
Yeah.
way, but it doesn't look shiny, and Asian people like shiny stuff.
Right. That's even like the XO box. Like it's nice and it's clean, but you would
I
think
like the XO
it'd
box.
be like you'd think it'd be shiny or something, and it's not.
I'm okay with like matte shiny.
Yeah.
It's smooth, but it's matte. I'm okay with that. The Nicaraguan one was actually the one that I really want to buy. But I was like, you know what? Let's review the whole thing again. Let's buy one of each again. Well, I ended up buying two of each, but let's buy one of each again and smoke it and revisit it, and I can figure out what I want. And maybe if I don't like all of them, they'll end up like this. They'll end up with this wrapper, in my humidor. Forget.
That's like William. William did that with the blue sapphire. He's never had it. He's like, I'm gonna get a box of Toro. I was like, all right, cool. He's tried one today after he just got it. This thing's great. How'd you know I'd like it? He's like, because I know you like stuff that's got a little spice to it, so I know you'd like it.
I haven't smelled a lot of 1502. I try at least one of each sometimes. Maybe at least twice or three times of each. But because it gapped out so long, and I don't smoke them regularly, I don't really remember how they taste. I just remember which one I good. Right?
Yeah.
I remember the blue sapphire was better than the ruby, better than the emerald, and emerald was probably the second best in that scale. And I think Nicaraguan was totally separate. I mean, it's not even in that. I remember it's good. I just don't,
it's really good.
I don't remember compared to the rest of those ruby that were, that.
Well, then it's a Connecticut, but on top of that, it's a Nicaraguan Puro that's a Connecticut, which is rare. Yeah, even the wrapper's a Nicaraguan wrapper.
Sherry said the Nicaragua is her favorite.
It's good. It's like it's close to a medium, but man, that thing's stupid good because Enrique doesn't like Connecticut's on average, and he doesn't like weak cigars, right? He doesn't have anything that's like crazy full body. It's gonna hit you in the face, but that's what he said. If I'm gonna have a Connecticut, it's gonna have to be like a real flavorful, good Connecticut.
Yeah, so if you do it right, Connecticut can have strength. I mean,
yeah,
it really depends how you say it, right? You can have Connecticut or have natural. They're technically the same, except one is Connecticut beef. So, but they can have some strength. Majority of people don't expect that strength though. If someone started out to smoke, they're not gonna think that the Connecticut is gotta be medium.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people just their maximum amount of tolerance is a medium, and they go like, you know what, I'm gonna smoke 2 Connecticut today, and they just go pick up a Connecticut cigar, and they're like, oh my god, I'm dying. You know. So yeah, usually, I think the manufacturer does blend in aware of that fact that most people who look for Connecticut isn't looking for a strong cigar, right? So if they want to blend something that are light or strengthful, they wouldn't call it Connecticut. Most likely they will call it natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch Tim Swanson's review of the Cuevas Reserva Natural?
I haven't been watching Tim Swanson for a while.
Well, I just happened to see that because it came up on my YouTube feed the other day, and I watched it, and he was very hum-ha about it until like towards the end. And he's like he's a light body. He says light to medium guy. It was interesting. He didn't give it like a bad. He didn't give it like a bad review. It was interesting to me.
Which cigar he was reviewing?
The Cuevas Reserva Natural.
That's actually one of my favorite right now. So I don't know. I watched his video on his like prepping for grand opening one because he had to talk about his soft opening. I did watch that because I am interested. You know, it's funny because I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, here we go, Kim grand opening for the 3rd time, right? And she's like, that's weird. Does he really make that much money? I was like, well, obviously he's making enough to kind of think. But here's the thing. Moving from one location to another location doesn't change that much in expense. Right?
No, what the tell is how much stock and back stock he carries now, or he has the ability to carry. And then everybody knows he's got a good customer base, so yeah.
I told her basically he also have to carry all those inventory somewhere for the American Vikings. So instead of renting a storage and a place that he had to handle, why don't he just handle a place that has even bigger storage? And that would be only one price. That's actually cheaper than having a contract for 2 prices, right?
Yep.
So when he moved to one area to another, it really did not change his expense all that much. In fact, now he got more space. He got like professional offices. He got all kind of stuff. So you know, it wouldn't make too much difference. What sucks is that he only opened his place for a few years, and then all those changeover, building, and all that stuff cost some money.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so and that's the sucky part because he only did it for a year, 2 year, then 2 year. So
he's coming up on what, 3 years or 4?
I think he's on his 4th year now. 4th year. So there we go. Okay.
Oh, son of a motherless goat.
Oh. So yeah, I mean, to spend the money on renovation twice sucks. So,
yeah, that and this one he really this one it looks like he had to put a little bit more money into. Oh,
because he had to build offices.
Yeah, and then the lounge looks. I mean, it's got a very modern quasi-industrial feel to it from what it looks like.
It starts to be darker. It starts to be more like a radio show kind of thing, which is fun. Yeah, pleasing to my eyes. But at the same time, I think he needs to put some sound phone in there. It sounds like echoing when he's talking in there. So.
Dude, his studio is too. You can tell he hasn't done that yet because it's very there's a lot of echo.
Yeah, so it was like, hey, he needs more work, but it'll be done. I was listening to it. I was driving me crazy because of all the echoes and the empty sounds. I was like, damn, come on. But yeah, I mean, he's doing well. That's great. I mean, yeah. You need that kind of foundation cigar stores to be out there. That keeps the industry going. I mean, there's always gonna be online. He's technically online, right? He's technically online store. But
he started kind of like I did, but just bigger.
Oh yeah, way bigger. But he had an actual store, and they have a lounge, and he had walk-ins, right? So.
Well, his first one didn't really have a lounge.
His first one had a lounge that wasn't legally called a lounge.
Yeah, so he didn't really have a lounge. He had an office.
Yeah. Right. But the second one actually had a lounge, right? Yeah. So I mean, he have walk-ins. Like when you sit there, there's always constant people walking in. So he had walk-ins. But it's doing good. I'm actually pretty glad with that because that's where Shadow Smokers region was already born. Somewhere, within that process, right? So which is nice. I'm glad to see a place to hang out does even better. Now, but obviously not. I get all confused when I get there again. You know, I wouldn't know where I'm going. So.
But it's nice that, I mean, stuff like that will make, well, not always, but when you see a business that does well like that and they start growing like that, it kind of, a lot of times they'll push other businesses to try to be a little more innovative, do things a little better. You know what I mean? And it's better for consumers in the end.
I think that for him, it's like he's doing the what's not broken, don't fix it kind of thing.
Mhm.
Because he's been doing that since TNT, right? So he's not fixing anything. He's doing the exact same thing. He's the same kind of review, same kind of personality, same kind of shop, same type of cigars, you know, that kind of stuff. So, Albert, yes.
I think we got us a visitor. Auditing Britain.
Yeah. I saw that, but then he haven't said anything yet. So, yo, what's up, man?
Where are you from?
It is Britain.
Yeah,
Britain, not Britain, Britain. Britannia?
You know, he's auditing, so, you know, if anything
Don't audit
about
me.
auditing, I know something about auditing.
Yeah.
I've not been audited, nor do I ever wish to be.
Yeah, I just received a letter today about it, so.
So you're getting audited?
I'm getting audited.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
And I can't understand why, because I haven't
Went from this to nothing?
Yeah, I haven't had a actual return on my tax for probably around 5 to 10 years.
Ah, okay.
And this year and that last year, I have tax return. I got $500 back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. When they're used to you paying X amount, and all of a sudden you're giving you money back, they want to know what the hell's going on.
Yep. So that's what happened. Which is fine. They just want to see my my income statement. So I do have accountants, so I just forward it to my accountant. I don't have to worry.
Yo, take care of this for me.
Yeah.
I am my accountant. Let me refer to
You're
my
like,
accountant.
paperwork here,
what's
toss
going
it to
on?
your own table, handle it. It's like, yes, okay. No, my tax is actually very complicated, very
I'm sure.
complex, because I have a lot of overseas assets. In the U.S. you had to declare all your overseas assets,
It sucks.
and they decide whether or not to tax you. Okay, you have to declare.
That sucks.
All right. I think they are making a new law where they can tax you for money, even if your company is located in Cayman Island. So long as you do business in the U.S., they tax you based on the U.S. income.
Oh goodness. There's even states that are doing that where they started setting the threshold to where it'll show that you'll have a business presence if you do X amount in that state, and then you're going to have to pay income tax to that state.
Yeah, which I think is great. I think it's great. You know, if you ever seen those companies located in Cayman Island, it's not even a company, okay? It's like a table and a chair. That's a company. All right, those people over there are so relaxed. They go to work in the morning, sit there, and then just look at some documents for like 3 hours, and then they go down to the beach. And literally, all the people that work there knows each other. They just all go to the beach together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they don't work all that long. That's the trade-off, right? They're making you go overseas, go to Cayman Island, and there's literally nothing to do in Cayman Island other than beach. So, you know, they just go hang out right after, you know, after 3-4 hours of work. So
It's a life right there.
auditing Britain, from UK GB, Great Britain, right? From England GB. Welcome. We have another brother that's actually over there too. So, but welcome. I know we were debating whether or not you're gonna be a troll, but if you are gonna be a troll, please be inventive. Inventive. You know, try to be something new, something special. Like, you know, entertaining. So long as you're entertaining, you won't get kicked. All good. So yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that I'm getting audited. Like I literally talked to my accountant before I filed my taxes. What do you think the chance of being auditing is? And she was like, I don't think you gotta get audited. You know, not every business is going down from like 2020. Every business is losing money. You know, I don't think what are the chances? I think you're good. I think you're good. I was like, you think I'm not gonna get audited? She's like, no, 50-50. I was like, that's like me not saying anything else. So yeah, when I saw the informed delivery, I saw the letter. I was like, you know, I knew, and it's not that I don't have any documentation for it. It's just that it's annoying to have to send documentation, right? You have, you know, you already calculated, you already got the number right and stuff like that. And you know, here's the thing: if you gotta trust us to do our own taxes, don't audit us,
Right?
If you wanna make sure that you get the money that you deserve, you know, Uncle Sam, just send us the tax bill, and we just pay whatever, right? We can audit you instead of you can audit us, right? So
mine was simple. Mine was simple last year because I made X amount, I lost X amount, got all the accounting there. It's all good.
For Michael,
peasy.
it should be easy, right? Because you use like a QuickBook and stuff like that, just typing all the stuff that you sell, all the expenses, and he prints out a statement. You attach that to it. You're done.
And then the nice thing is, like, then I had to use TurboTax Small Business to do it myself. It imports it all, and then they give you quote unquote audit protection, they say, and then it showed I had X amount of loss, and boom, done, easy.
Well, they don't give you audit protection. They give you audit representation.
Exactly. They call it audit protection.
Audit representation. We will represent you if you get audited.
You guys deal with it.
Yeah, okay. But it's still, you technically you had to deal with it. They go talk to them, but you had to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it's actually more complicated because I have to get statement overseas and have to get it notarized and translated.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, notarized and translated, and then attached. So they're kind of annoying. But not that I have to do it. I just have to make sure it's done. Okay? It's one of those things like, have you guys renewed your passport before?
Yeah, that's easy.
You send it out, right? And then you just wait until they send it back, right? But there's nothing in between where you can know when it's going to come back to you.
Right.
You just have to hope that it actually does.
When you get a new one, that's kind of nice when you do a brand new one now. They do they got it tracked for you, you know, like approximately when it's going to get to you and all that shit. It's pretty cool.
Why don't I ever have that?
Renew is like, that's a little different.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying when you get a new one, man, they got it all set up.
I was renewing, and you know, that's the thing. When you send out a document to whoever that is, there is number one, there's no guarantee that they actually did it right and got it, right? And there's no guarantee that they actually send it back to you when. So that's what I hate. And then it's like when you send a document for translation, notarization, and then, you know, approved, you kind of expect that from one transit to another to you, it's gotta be done, right? It's not gonna get lost somewhere in transit. It's not gonna be disappearing somewhere, you know, and that you don't even know about. By the time you knew it, it's too late. You're like, oh, you never got that document? Shit. Right? So, you know, for me, it's like, oh my God. Like, my parent-in-law has not filed their tax yet.
Why not?
Because they have all this deduction to deal with, too. They don't use we don't have the same accountant. They're like, can we use your accountant? I was like, no, I do not want to hear you guys bitching about it. Right? I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be like, hey, Tony, can you go talk to the accountant because, you know, they can't understand us, we can't understand them, and then, you know, they didn't do it right. But I don't want to hear that. Just hire your own. I don't want to deal with that. You know, can you imagine if my mother-in-law pissed them off, and then like my accountant purposely, you know, accountant does a really good job for you to kind of pay as less as possible. They do a good job. But if you piss them off, it's a different story. Okay? Because like, you know, it's up to them to do above and beyond for you or not, because they get paid the same. Right? They can save you a lot of money, or they can make sure you pay as much as possible. Right? So I don't want to deal with, you know, my mother-in-law dealing with bitching at them. I was like, get your own. Right? And then I think in the end, she choose to use TurboTax as well. She buy one of the software, filling herself and stuff like that. And then she'll be like asking me like, how do you fill this in, fill that in? I was like, do I look like an accountant to you? Filled it in, the software will tell you if you did it wrong.
Pretty much. That's why you're buying it. That's why it costs money.
So way too much software there. But then luckily we only had to do it once a year, and even once a year I think is too much work. In any other country, like in Taiwan, we receive a bill at the end of the year and we just pay that bit. We don't have to do our own tax. They know how much you make.
Yeah, like okay, especially with this kind of business, they've got access to like way too much information. You know what I mean?
Like when you use credit card company, the credit card company send how much you make to the government already. You don't have to worry. They don't know. They know. They send you the paperwork that's already been processed to the government, right? Many already did the withholding and all that stuff. You have no choice. You're just filling in the paperwork, right? So, in all the other countries, they just send you a tax bill. You don't have a say in it. You can challenge it, but you think that already done right. Just pay for it. Save me time, save me effort. I just have to pay, because that's what it is. You have to pay, right? You might have tax refunds, but that's because you already paid.
I've always been an advocate for a flat tax. Always, it would make stuff so much simpler.
I did see some people complain about their tax increased, which I don't see any tax bill that shows the tax has been increased.
Because no, they didn't adjust the brackets or anything. So
they did adjust the bracket
again.
Just beginning of the year.
Oh my god!
But only if you make less than $30,000 a year.
Oh, they put more in.
If you make less than $30,000 a year, your tax bracket probably increase your tax by 8%.
Wow, that's a lot when you only make 30 grand.
Yeah, if you're in my tax bracket, you save about 8%.
Flip it around. Huh?
Because when you got into a bracket, like even if they shift it, the top bracket is so wide that even the shift it makes no difference. So the bottom, when you shift up to the next bracket, federal bracket, you pay more. So
right.
But yeah, I did see. When I saw that post, I asked my wife, like, did you get more withholding on your tax? And she looked into it. This week's check that she got was she get it bi-monthly, so 15 and 30. So she checked her check. They withhold $6 more.
Oh wow!
$6 more, which is still not $50. How did the guy got $50 taken out?
Something ain't right there.
Something ain't right there. So yeah, I was like, okay, all good. All good. Hey Josh.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Still don't have Opera, but that's okay.
Oh, then I'm leaving. I was told wrong.
Is it cold there or what? You dressed up like it's cold.
Oh, it's cold. It's supposed to get down to 45 tonight.
A little chill.
Well, it was in like the high 40s this morning because it was windy all day yesterday, and it's nice today. Lovely. You had what? You had snow, right, yesterday, Tony?
Huh?
You had snow yesterday.
We
right?
have snow yesterday. What's really funny is you think that the current weather is not cold enough to have black ice, right? So my wife had watched this really rich person who's homosexual. I like to go out and show off his wealth and stuff like that. And recently,
Jeffree Star?
Yes. And then he says that he flipped its Rolls Royce 3 times on a regular way or something like that because it slipped on black ice. I was like, how is that even possible? Number one, Rolls Royce, if you don't know, is a very heavy car. That car is heavy as hell. Okay, it's very hard to tip it, right? So to slip on black ice, okay, let's say if you did slip on black ice, that car was designed not to flip. Okay,
dude, those things they're
like
not
tank.
meant to be light. They're not meant to be fast. They're meant to be fancy.
Yeah, and so the only way you can flip over is if you go crazy fast, went sideways, hit a curb, and maybe that thing will tilt over. But you still need all that momentum to flip it 3 times.
It's crazy, man.
So I call that bullshit. I call that how is that possible? How is that possible?
I don't know. I know because I saw a thing on when forgot what I was looking at, and I saw like a news blip of that, and I just read the quick part of the article. It said his back's all messed up or something.
Yeah, my wife told me about it. It was number one. I don't really care about Jefferson. I think everything about them is fake. You know that Rolls Royce is probably a rental, so you'll be okay. But like flip 3 times. That's pretty hard to flip that car 3 times. That
It had to
car
be
is
hauling ass
heavy
or
as
something.
hell. It's not that easy. Someone had to go really, really quickly. Like really, really fast. I'm talking about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's hard to flip a car to begin with.
Right. So, over black ice. Not even collision. Over black ice.
I'm not an ice expert.
The other one that's even more interesting is that my wife told me about this story. This guy complained about his wife working 150 hours a week.
That's a lot. I mean, the most I've ever done is like 110. I've done it. But
here's the thing, though. Based on the math, it's technically impossible. That means you don't sleep, you don't go home, you don't travel.
Yeah, we'll see. When I did that week, I was working. It was 6 days. I got about an hour and a half of sleep a night. It was like 110 hours, 115. Oh, it was a lot. 112. It was a lot of freaking hours.
Right. So imagine working 150 hours.
It's possible, yeah. You're pretty much like there's no sleep involved.
You get 1 hour a day left to yourself.
Yeah.
So he's talking about his wife working 150 hours, making about 200 grand from all the OT or whatever, and give $3,000 to the brother-in-law to spend and not taking care of the family.
Okay, well, I mean that's their priorities. They need to get set straight. But dude, that's pretty good money for working that many hours.
But I was like, dude, if that's the case, and he have 2 kids or something like that. I was, if that's the case, divorce the wife right away, and get child support. You'll get more than $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
Because that's like the kid. You're guaranteed to get custody of the kids if the wife worked that many hours, have 1 hour like that. She doesn't even have time to take a shower. She won't have time to take a shower. All right, she works 7 days a week, not time to take a shower. The kid don't even know how to call her mom. Because you'll never see it. I call that BS. There's no way you can work 150 hours, still sane, all right, and still shower and even have time to eat.
Dude, the only way I did that, I was like 19 or something like that. And
But
man,
you still
yeah,
get 1 day off.
Yeah, I was not functioning well. I know that much. I was sick as hell. Like that was killing me, man.
So imagine working 150 hours a week regularly, day to day, making 200 grand out of OTs. I was like, which company's got to be that dumb to give you that many hours of OT instead of just give you a salary?
Right?
Right? And which company actually worked in that kind of hours? Let's just say you do a 9 to 5, right? And then a 5 to 9.
Who in the hell wants you to work that many hours?
Right? Right? You do.
You can't be productive at that rate.
There's no way. There is no way. So I just call that story BS. There's no way. My wife was like, "How'd that math work?" Yes, the math does not work. There's no
I don't know,
way.
but that's a whole lot of money. I don't know. I'd work 100 hours a week if they're paying me 200 grand a week.
I work way more than that hours, and I can tell you that the only reason I can function is because I'm at home. All right,
Exactly.
I can pass out doing the work, you know. But imagine you had to work and travel to the next work, and then travel to the next work, 3 jobs at a time, or even 2 jobs at a time. There's no way.
It's not fun.
It's
Pass out in the car.
Dude, I took, and like we'd have our half-hour break. I'd fall asleep during the half-hour break. I'd get up, I'd get home, I'd change into my uniform I had to go do. I go do all freaking day, get home at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, have to be at work at like 11:30. Yeah, that was good times.
Yeah, I mean, when you say 9 to 10 o'clock at night, you drive home, change, and then you have to drive out again because it takes time to drive to the next work.
Yeah, take a shower, pass out for like an hour and a half, get back up, do it all over again.
So I don't think it's possible. At 110 hour, it's capping it.
Dude, that's
120 hours
rough.
capping it. At 120 hour is 3 40-hour shifts.
That's rough, dude. It's not fun.
Right, so I that's already like don't have enough time. So you got an additional 30 hour. Where did you get that from? A day is only 24 hours.
Dude, like there was a point where I was used to working like 70, 75 hours a week. And then I got used, then like then it went, everything dropped down and I was doing like 45 hours a week and I felt like I had like all the time in the world.
When you drop a whole 40 hours, it feels like, wow, I got time. I can sleep. I can watch TV. Wow.
It's crazy.
Right?
I could get a second full-time job.
Dude, that's what happened. I was like, oh man, I got all this time. I should get a second job. So I was working like 30 hours a week at my second job. So I was back up to like 75 hours.
But that's the thing though. Like at that point, you're live to work. You're not work to live. You know, you're selling your life. You know, that's what work is, right? You're selling your life at a rate, right? So you're like, I'm not doing anything with my life right now. So I take that time and I exchange for money, right? But what should happen is, because I need to live, I need that money, so I'll give you some equivalent life for that amount of price. But people don't think that way. People are like, I need to work. So, you know, they're like, okay, I cannot. People feel like this way, okay? When you work, you're like, oh, I'm gonna work harder and make my boss's life easier. I'm a support for my boss. Should be the other way around. Your boss should be your support. Because if your boss doesn't know how to do your job, they shouldn't be your boss.
Sorry, I tell them that all the time.
Right? You shouldn't make your boss's job easier. Your boss should make your job easier.
Let me tell you, Josh, I am known for being very outspoken and poignant, sir.
I could see that.
And they do like, why don't you do this? We have two-way radios for the whole, facility. And it was, where are you at with this? We need this right now. Come on, we got to get this done. And this is the district manager on the radio. I said, okay. I said, you want me to do it your way? You want it done safe and right? You make the decision right now. So every supervisor and manager in the whole place has a radio. They heard this. He's all, you're doing a fine job, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Because he can't even say it. He
I'll
can't
look
even
for
say
my
it.
raise on my next paycheck.
Right? Because he can't say, just do it quick, right? He had to say, you had to do it safe and correctly. Because if he say the other way around, that's a big lawsuit right there. But yeah, that's why I do my job, because I hate to do things other people's way.
I don't like being an employee either, but it is what it is.
Well, Michael, technically you're an employee to yourself.
That's part. See, then there's nobody to yell at but me.
Yeah, well, you should have to yell at yourself sometimes. I yell at myself sometimes. I was like,
I've had to do that.
Just like about this coffee thing. You know how many times I yell at myself? I was like, Tony, what the hell are you doing?
Dude, I had one order that I legitimately screwed up. Like he ordered like a bunch of stuff, but one of them was a 5-pack. I sent him one stick instead of the 5-pack, right? So I screwed up, and I was like, because he sent me an email, and then I looked at it. I looked at my inventory. I was like, oh, son of a... I'm all yelling at myself. Damn it! How'd you fuck that up? Oh my god!
But that's actually easy to take care of. That's easy.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I sent him some extra to make up for it, and he was all happy and doing the right thing.
Yeah, do the right thing. Be a man. Do the right thing.
eat another $10 off of it. It's okay. They're happy, right?
Hey. I mean, $10 cannot buy your client.
No.
Yeah. So just think of that way. Okay. A lot of companies should think of that way. If you can keep a client for $10, you do it any day.
It is. It's way more time consuming and expensive to try to get a new one than to keep an existing one. So
there's so many companies that spend more money on advertising than actually earning. At least the first few years. So,
oh yeah.
So
thank God for social media.
Yeah, I mean, a client acquisition is hard. It's very hard.
That's when I'm not going to say who it was. One of the large online retailers in Arizona that went out of business. I had an opportunity to buy their web domain and their email list that came with it, which was sizable. Good 40,000 email subscribers.
This is why we're talking about, like, the industry is so small. If somebody mentions something, someone knows about what that is.
I'm like, I think we all know who it was.
Yeah, we all know who bought it too.
$5,000.
25,000 or 125? Reconnected.
Which one?
Just now. But whatever. Hey, if you guys back, welcome back, because Christina just got out. So yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money for. Well, some company will pay way more than that for that. But you know, in this again small industry, it's very close knit industry. I don't know how I don't know if I will put that value on there unless, like I say, I mean, the person who bought it utilized that list before. So
Yeah, if they already had something set in place that was going to be, you know, profitable for them, sure.
it would be because it's a list that they utilized.
Yeah.
Right? They literally probably have hands in building that list too. So
well, it would took in, like, for me, it would end up being like buying the web domain would have been a way just to get a traffic redirect is all it was. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of money just for something like that. I mean, the you know, selling the email list is, I think that's kind of weird in a way to do. I mean, I know companies do it, but I mean, that's a good thing. But
But here's the thing, though. Like, if you have $25,000, you purchase a list of all the email that ever purchased cigar before. You can send an email to for people that already knew you, that did not know. Like, you know, some people that watch your video doesn't mean they'll watch your video in the future. Like, some people eventually get bored, some people eventually leave, you know, and having a list that can reconnect with them does help.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that. I can see that, but for you, it will be pretty much useless.
Yes.
The people on the list don't know you. There's no point other than getting pissed off that their email is sold to you. It will be spam.
Exactly.
Right, so you know, you can see that value is only to the person who utilizes it.
No.
But yeah, that's the case. Josh, I forgot to ask what you're smoking. I did see you put it up, but I didn't take a good glance.
Pichardo, the Familia Reserva.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I'm just getting into it though. It's like a very mild Habano.
Ah, okay. My smoke today actually is so smooth that I forgot I was smoking. I'm just doing this movement over and over again. I forgot I was smoking. It's quite smooth. Not a lot of pepper. So, it's an aging long enough, right? So, I should go with really nice with my coffee, actually. It just kind of blends it in. I just feel like I'm drinking the coffee and smoking something enjoyable. Doesn't have any negative taste that we're like, oh, what the hell is this? So, not too bad. And I think that this is what? It's like, this is what, some sort of Mexican seed cigar or something like that. I remember this is on the list of like cigar aficionado one time.
Yeah, it was.
Two cigar or something like that. But
yeah, like, dude, this Alma del Fuego's been sitting for a year and a half, and it's a lot smoother than it originally was, but it's still super. It's dark. It was like dark, kind of like earthy coffee, and it was a little gritty, but like smooth though.
But Michael, you had the Yamasa before, right?
Yes, I have.
So, like, in your opinion, is it better or worse than Yamasa?
I think
it's literally the same type.
Yeah, I would say if you're gonna get one of these, you're gonna buy a $20 cigar and let it sit for a year and a half. Okay, yeah. But otherwise, if you're gonna get one and just have it, the Yamasa's better.
I feel like Yamasa is better. Like, I revisit that cigar many times. Literally, I have one more somewhere I could smoke, but and probably aged since the beginning. Like, I bought the whole box and then just let it age. So, because I smoked one or two and I did not like it. I think it was very rough in terms of flavor. It was not matured enough, for sure. Right? I think that's the case for me. It's very earthy. It's very earthy.
The other Alma Fuerte that I have has been sitting since they came out. So I'm interested to see how that one's going to be eventually.
Yeah, I will go find that particular what's that, Amor Fuego.
Yeah,
I'll find that cigar for next week. I'll smoke that one because I think that's the last one I have. But I will smoke that and then just kind of compare it again because I know that the reason I didn't smoke that one is because I didn't have too good of experience on that one. I keep going back and forth in terms of for Plasencia cigars is that it seems like that the Alma Fuerte is the one I keep going to. No matter what other one they came out with, the Alma Fuerte is just more satisfying. And in the end, when you finish, you're like, oh, that's a good cigar. compared to, you know, the other ones that I have with Placencia, you know, even the new one, the one with the different wrapper, the 6-toe, and even with their original lines, and the few other ones they have, I just keep going back to the Amor Forte. I feel like that one was just the perfect one for them.
It's balanced and smooth and like all that. I'm waiting for them. I'm hoping they're gonna release that Forte Natural in like a different size. Would be nice.
But that's the thing. When I do the Forte Natural, I still feel like it's the regular Forte, less punch, less flavor, less everything.
That's what I mean. Do you think it would be better in a smaller Vitola because like you're gonna have like a little more of like the wrapper taking over instead of the filler and binder and all that?
Well, that's the thing. Like you have to like that wrapper that much to see that difference, right? Because for me, the Amor Forte Robusto was great. It was good.
Oh yeah.
But it was because it was perfect size for me that I don't have to deal with the large size of the Solomon size or the 6-toe size. I don't have to deal with that. The flavor is very similar. It still give you that punch. It still give you that, you know, the same level of satisfaction. But when you smoke the natural, it just feel like it's lacking in every way. No, it's not a bad cigar. It's just lacking in every way. I feel like when you're smoking a cigar that price range, you wouldn't want anything to be lacking in every way.
That's definitely.
Right. So even if you shrink the size, like, you know, make it more smokable, it will still be less because that thing lacks the flavor profile to start with.
That's where I'm like really apprehensive. I mean, of course I'm going to smoke them, but that Bauhaus, I'm very apprehensive to see, especially at the price point that those are at. I'm very interested to see what it is. You know what I mean? If it's just going to be like another Liga, I'll be like,
Right. So I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, when they release, if they do release that in the Robusto size, I still think that people will go back to the original,
regular one,
because, you know, the Robusto for the regular one is already almost perfect for that flavor and the price range.
Yeah.
Right? It's much more handleable. It's more manageable compared to, you know, because I would think that you want that wrapper because it's lighter, right?
Correct.
But why would you smoke that cigar to be lighter? I would think that if you want that cigar to be lighter, you should just go smoke the original. Right? So, I mean, vary by person who's smoking it. I just feel like that particular cigar, for that price range, and the size and the time that you have to put in there to smoke that cigar, is in a way disappointing.
Yeah, that's a 660. Yeah, that's some time. That's some time right there.
Yeah, you gotta put the time, you gotta put the effort, and in the end, you're like, and if you end up compared to the original, you gotta go, it's lighter, it's less of everything, but the price is not any less.
Yeah.
Martin!
Yeah, work in, man. So you got to put the work in. That's for damn sure.
Right? You have to put the work in the regular Solomon too, right? In fact, the Solomon is very dangerous because it tapers down. It gets stronger as you go.
The Solomon will get you at the end, man.
Yeah, the Solomon will get you at the end every time. Even if you're used to it, you still gotta feel a little bit at the end, right? So, I mean, but even if you should give up halfway through, you're still like, that's satisfying. But for the natural, if I were to give up halfway through, it's because I'm bored of it. It's because I'm not satisfied with it. It's because I know I need to leave a little room so that I can smoke something else. It wasn't because I was like, oh, I'm satisfied, I'm done.
All right. So last night, right, I stopped off at the lounge, and there was a question came up, and I thought I'd ask y'all about it if you're interested. So this guy's smoking a cigar, and he's about halfway through it, and I'm like, "So what are you smoking?" And he reaches down and he picks up a. It wasn't the version of cigar you're smoking, Tony. It was another one. But anyway, he pulled. Cuba, what is it called?
Aroma de Cuba.
Yeah, it was one of those. So anyway, because he didn't have the band on it, so I didn't, I figured that's what he was smoking. And then about half an hour later, about an hour later, he opens it up, he starts smoking. I was like, damn, dude, you're smoking the same cigar twice, like one right after another. And he was like, yeah. I was like, he goes, what do you do? I was like, I smoke something different. And he thought that was bougie.
Wait, say that again. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused. Give me that.
Okay,
that
so
story
he
again.
smoked one of those. He smoked an Aroma de Cuba, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes and grabs another cigar, and it's the same one. He just smoked another one.
Yeah, he picked up the one that he showed me because he picked up the one that was still in the wrapper and showed me what he was smoking. But then he took it out and started smoking it about an hour later. And I was thinking, wow, you're smoking the same cigar like twice in a row.
What's wrong with that, though?
No, I just want to know, how often do you see that happening? How often do you do that? That's my curiosity.
I don't ever do that.
You don't do that. Okay.
I don't do that either. I've seen some Padron smokers do that, that they have their specific Padron that they smoke and their specific size, and that's all they smoke. That's the only people that I've ever seen do that.
I have done that.
As a cigar smoker, I just like variety.
I have done that. So there are times where I'm out on the deck, whatever. If I'm reading and stuff like that, I will be smoking. And because I already have my box of cigar on the side, if I'm done with that cigar, I'm too lazy to go back and grab another one. I just grab another one from the box and smoke it.
Okay.
So that does happen. Like whatever I have in front of me, I'll just take another one to smoke it. If I know I gotta spend another hour or two there. So, and then,
I've just legitimately never done that.
And if, like for example, my tiny Davidoff, you guys know, these, I've done it, smoked 3 in a row before. So.
Well, I get that. That's to me, that's a different thing there, because it's kind of like those juice packs. Those little packs of juice. Mm-hmm. You gotta have like 3 of those in order to get them.
To get a drink.
Right, but yeah, I mean for like the signature 2000, I've done one after another before. But that's because I like the cigar a lot. I'm used to that flavor. I'm okay with not going to another one, right? Because a lot of time choosing the next cigar, if you don't have it lined up already, can take a long time.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's a thing, right? So I figured, you always try to line up a couple if you're going to do that.
Because I don't plan out what I'm going to smoke. I don't plan that ahead of time. So I know that a lot of time if I'm just going to go scramble through what I have and just grab it, it will take more time to just grab another one and cut it and smoke it. Doesn't always happen because I usually smoke 1 a day, if anything. So not only if I'm really stressed, I'm reading this document, whole 3,000-page document. I'm gonna spend a long time there. I'm just don't want to get up. I know if I get up from the chair, I'm not gonna walk back in there. So that's when I do that, but not often. Not often.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna go get another one.
Yeah, here we go. So
what did Christina say? Same about
Christina? What about it? Her video?
No, she said same. Was she saying same to this conversation or same about the internet?
No, she's talking about the internet. Because I actually saw it drop, so I know it dropped, which is rare, but it is what it is. So I actually like my coffee today. I'm drinking it so quick today.
Dude, it took you an hour and a half to drink that.
But I'm talking to you guys at the same time, so if I'm not talking, this will have been gone no time.
Oh, I thought you said you was drinking it quick. I was like, wow, that's not quick. That's like...
To me, that's pretty quick while I'm talking. While I'm talking, I'm smoking and drinking. I'm not going to go drinking, talk. That's not enjoying my coffee. So, I mean, I'm doing this almost like a muscle memory, smoke, drink. So that actually is enjoyable. Actually, I like it. I'm surprisingly good. And this bean only rested for 2 weeks and tastes good. So I'm gonna send some of these out.
So wait, an hour and a half, wasn't your coffee cold?
My coffee's cold, but this coffee tastes better cold.
It's cold. He likes cold coffee, man.
Huh?
He likes cold coffee, Josh.
I do like ice drinks. And I'm even better if I don't have to ice it, because when you ice it, you dilute the coffee. So when it's cold on its own, I'm okay with that. And actually, when it's cold, when coffee's cold, you actually get more of that sugary flavor to it, like the sweetness to it. You can taste more of the acid, more of the fruitiness, more of the sweetness when it's cold. When it's warm, you gotta taste more of that coffee note, the roasting notes, right? So it depends.
You just gotta get past the fact that it's a bad thing, Josh. That cold coffee's a bad thing.
Why is cold coffee the bad thing?
Yeah, you have to like get past that paradigm that it's a bad thing, and once you think it's a good thing, you're good.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm on my last cup from the pot or the pour over and it's sitting there and it's cold, I'm gonna drink it.
Right.
I just,
You know,
but I
literally,
drink
my
coffee fast.
mom complains about coffee being cold. She will dump the coffee if it's cold. Like, I'm not even kidding. My mom literally sent me a message about, do you think this is wasteful because I dump it's cold? My mom showed me a picture like this. She's like, I have this much coffee left, and I always dump it at that point. Do you think it's wasteful?
What's up, Tristan?
Right? She actually literally sent me that today. She sent it to me 7:09 p.m. So it's 2 hours before I come out today. She's like, do you think that's wasteful? I was like, why will you dump a perfectly good coffee if it's cold? You know?
All right, man. So check us out. I got to give Martine some feedback, man. So I had the Habano version of this.
What is that?
And Fuego.
Okay.
Okay.
The house sticks. Yep.
Okay, I had the Habano version. So now I'm smoking this one.
What is that?
This is like the house blend Rojas.
Okay.
This is a Rojas 2. This is the house blend that they have, like $2 more. This is
They call those the fresh rolls.
well worth the $2 more. I mean, just the light was like completely different cigar, man. Better, a lot better.
Party with the family for my aunt's birthday, so I just pop in and say hi. All right, man.
So if anybody wants to buy Maduro and Fuego, I got you, man.
So yeah, and so for those people that doesn't know, if your coffee's cold, there is a technology that was invented back in the 1980s called the microwave. It actually does heat up your coffee.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
Nope. No, you just throw it away. Get some new coffee.
All right, like
Hey,
I
I'm
need
no
to.
stranger to the microwave.
I say the same thing to my mom. It's like, how hard is it for you to put in the microwave for another 10-15 seconds so that's warm enough for you to drink?
Guys, like night and day.
Right. So I don't know. For me, I like cold coffee. I like hot coffee, but I'm okay with cold coffee too. I think that the cold coffee quench thirst better. Right? And I think warm coffee just gets you going. So I'm okay if I'm drinking a coffee and it starts to be cold and then eventually cold. You know, because literally I have cold drink on the side just in case. So cold.
What I don't like is lukewarm coffee.
Lukewarm coffee is very half-assed, isn't it?
I don't like it. I can't stand it. It's either got to be hot or cold. No in between.
So why are you smoking now? That looks like a Lancero.
Chop suey.
Chop suey!
I saw it. I was like, oh, I forgot I have some of these. Let's see. Again.
Chop suey was disappointing to me.
I liked it better.
But then the compound is even more of a disappointment for me. So
Yeah, I have to say it's like 1, 2, 3. Well, actually 1, 2, and don't even worry about the 3.
yeah, don't even bother with the 3. Yeah, if you want to smoke the 3, just win some of the things that I throw out there. It's so easy to win. Just play one of the games. I will send those to you. Don't worry about it, okay? I'm still in process of giving out that cigar. Alright, every time I send out somebody's cigar, I just put one of them in there just to add weight, you know. So the only reason I didn't send it to Sherry because I know she have a whole box that she had to deal with. So I'm not sending it to her, but you know, everybody else I send it, I just send one of those too, you know.
Well,
What's
if you
really
cut it in
annoying
half,
is that.
you're good to go, right?
Say what?
If you cut it in half, you're good to go, right?
No, because you need the first half.
Yeah. So you smoke. Yeah, you need the cap, right?
You need the cap. So you
smoke
need the
half
first
of
half.
it. Yeah, smoke half of it.
Or maybe you can just figure out a way to make your own cap. that might work. But literally, by the time you get to the bend, I think before the bend, let me see. You will be done before the bend. You're halfway there, you can toss it. Halfway there, you'll toss it. It's literally not worth it. I mean, for that price, I would say just go ahead and buy a short stack. And I'm not even kidding. I mean, I'm not even saying to kiss Michael's ass, but you know, if you gotta smoke one of those, it's about the same price range as a short stack. I think short stack is cheaper. Just get a short stack. All right, because that short stack is one that I will smoke all the way to the end. So I'm okay with that. I can't smoke. I can't speak for the one that's gonna be replacement for whatever the short stack is. But the current lineup, even the Cameroon, are okay, right? Even if you can't tell that's a Cameroon, it still smells pretty good. Okay, so just make sure you don't put the Cameroon right next to the Habano. You might not be able to tell.
Yeah, I got mine mixed up there, Michael.
Sorry.
All right.
I'll tell you which ones they are. Send me a picture.
Well, can you really tell by just looking at it in the wrapper?
Yeah.
I mean, in the cello.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, he looks at them every day.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, if you look at it every day, you should be able to tell, right?
The Cameroon's got a lot more of a, I'd call it more of a rustic wrapper, and some of them have some tooth on them. Okay, and the Habano is a lot smoother, regular Habano wrapper, where it's a like not oily but a little bit.
You know, back in high school, I don't have the best attention to detail. And what's really funny is here's the thing: back in high school, I had a girlfriend. The girlfriend had twin brothers. And I can't tell the difference between the two.
Oh my goodness.
We hang out all the time, and I always call the wrong name.
It's okay. My cousin had twins, and for the first like 3 or 4 years of their life, now they're 7, I could not tell the difference between them, so it's okay.
Well, it's just really bad because I know their entire family, but I still cannot tell the difference between the two brothers. And the only way I can tell the difference between two brothers is that one brother will always get yelled at if he plays video games. Because he's epileptic. He's epileptic. So if you play video game, the sister, the girlfriend will yell at him. He's like, stop playing video game, you gotta get hit. That's how I know that's the guy. And I mean, they're twins, right? So they look very similar. But she can tell. Obviously, she can tell. I just can't. So... And obviously, you can tell that relationship did not work out.
All because you couldn't tell the brothers apart.
All because I couldn't tell the brothers apart. Yeah, you think that's the case? I'm gonna say that's the problem. Okay, that's the problem between that relationship, because I can't tell the two brothers apart. I hope my wife does not watch this episode. I haven't talked to them for a long time, babe. Just in case you watch this one, I didn't talk to them for a long time. I haven't talked to them for more than 20 years, so yeah, calm down. Drink. Where's my straw? All right. So, what else is new? Oh, so sweet. Now that I drink this, it's so sweet. What else is new?
There was some more cigar news. I just forgot what it was.
Did I just swallow smoke? Not good. I just literally swallowed smoke because I thought it was drinking my mouth. I swallowed the smoke. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. So, like I said, I went to shop with my wife today. We went to the shop, and literally we're talking, and the lady right next to me, she's like, I got COVID. And I was like, oh, and you're talking to me this close?
It's like, you have or had?
Yeah, she had. And then after she had it, she even went to take the Pfizer shot as well. And she's asking me, it's like, you know, I don't know if I should, but I took another shot anyway, and I feel sick. I was like, you're supposed to. If you don't feel sick at all, the shot is not working. And then she's like, yeah, but I already had COVID, so I don't know if that's gonna do anything. I was like, literally, the only thing that's gonna do is gonna make sure you don't die, so that's okay. And then I was like, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know if you have it right now, but you're like talking to me this close, and she's not walking away too. She's just like there. I was like, man, just walk away, knowing I have COVID, I know you have mask on and everything, but I really don't want to have no taste. She told me that she doesn't have taste for like almost a month or something like that. And I was like,
wow,
that drives some people crazy. I know that for Travis, that literally give him mental issues. So
It's like what, almost 3 months?
is it 3 months?
Yo,
Is it that
Travis?
long?
No, he's gotten it back,
think
but
it
it was like a month.
No, he's gotten it back. No, because
I thought it was a couple
I
months.
don't think it. Yeah, I thought it was almost 3 months because he didn't get it back till sometime in February, maybe early March.
Yeah, because they got it right after I did.
That's a long time to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would. I mean, but then again, like I say, if I do lose my flavor, my sense of smell and taste, I'm just gonna drink apple cider vinegar every single day.
That'll do you good.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink that every day, and I gotta go on a diet right away because that's the perfect time to be on a diet because you don't like food.
Dude, I didn't want to eat hardly anything because like I couldn't taste anything, so it wasn't fun. So I was like, meh.
Right? I will literally eat everything that's healthy. Right? And for those people who doesn't know, if you eat steak every single day, you will get gross over that beefy taste. Right? But if you have no flavor, you can literally eat protein every single day, and that will be like a Arnold Schwarzenegger diet. You will be fit in a couple of weeks because you literally have no carb, and because you can't taste carb anyway, it doesn't matter. Right? So
Carbs all the good stuff.
Well, that depends. I mean, for Sherry, that would be a bad idea to eat carb right now. Right?
I know. I'm saying that carbs are all the good things in the world.
I mean, the fat is the good thing in the world. Fat.
I'm talking, if you like sweets, or if like you're like me and you like mashed potatoes, like you can't. All that stuff's bad then. You know what I mean? It's all the good shit.
I don't know. I'm not particular with mashed potatoes. I'm okay with living without mashed potatoes.
Dude, I make bomb mashed potatoes, and I can eat like a whole pot of those things, no problem.
I mean, I will eat mashed potato if it's red potatoes.
Red potatoes are awesome, and then
Don't overwhip them, man.
So what?
Don't overwhip them. You like them a little lumpy?
I like it lumpy. I like chunky.
You overwhip it.
Oh yeah, me too.
It turns into paste, man.
Yeah, no, then it tastes disgusting.
And I don't like gravies on it. I do not like gravies on it.
It's got to be homemade gravy. I don't like jarred gravy or canned gravy.
I'm okay with just load it up with mayonnaise. I'll eat it with mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise? Really?
Yeah, potato salad. Come on, dude.
Cream.
Potato
Good with
salad
cream cheese
different.
too.
Yeah, cream cheese. Cream cheese.
I will eat it,
bro.
In Japan, we often eat it with just mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and maybe a dash of lime juice, and just eat it.
Yeah, so it coagulates.
That's what I was gonna say. So it just turns.
Well, you gotta eat it quick, but it tastes great.
Quick.
But it tastes good. It tastes good.
That's what they say, man. Thin might be in, but fat's where it's at, bro.
He's been holding on to that one since the 80s.
Everything tastes better with that dash of fat, oil.
Oh yeah. Throw some butter on top of them babies. Yes.
But yeah, like
Why
I
do you
say,
think
if
people
I
put stuff in
got,
bacon grease?
I used to drink bacon grease. It's a great way to go on a diet. It's a great way to go on a diet. You just drink that, you'll be full for the rest of the day.
You throw up.
Yeah, you just drink that one little shot, you'll be full for the rest of the day. You will not want to eat anything. In fact, you'll drink water all day.
Oh, you're gonna feel like crap for one.
You wouldn't feel like crap. You wouldn't feel like crap.
Your heart's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. To think that fat is gonna give you heart disease. There's literally no correlation between fat and heart disease.
No.
It's all like the trans fats and saturated fats, like the bad.
There's no such thing as fat. No, there's no such thing as bad fat. The people think that there is bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. There's no such thing. Your body treats them technically the same. You can't tell. right? It can tell, it processes them, right? But the only difference is that because your body has so many other things to process, the one that's harder to process, they leave it be, right? So, just don't eat those things that makes your body need to process a lot, like, carbon, sugar. Those things takes forever to process, right? Your body had to use it. It doesn't lose it, it doesn't go through your, it can't just like, I'm gonna eat a whole bucket of sugar and literally it's gonna come out of my ass tomorrow. No, they'll actually stay in your stomach, right? What people don't know is fat. Your body has all the fat you ever need existing, all right? Those are pockets where they shove energy, sugar, carbohydrate as energy in the pocket of the fat, right? So even at the leanest person, when you cut them open, you'll see a layer of fat, just like a sheet, right? So when you fill them up, they get bigger, and that's what it is. You already have those fat in you, right? It's just one of those fat. You can cook it. Even if you cook it, you still have that sheet of fat. You're not gonna go away. Your prime rib, you can put in the oven for 5 hours. You come out, that fat is still gonna be there, right? The fat is gonna be there. The fat existed. What you're talking about is oil that's in the fat, right? And those oil and all those things exist because what you eat. And the parts that you cannot process go to those pockets, right? So just make sure that, you use the one that's in the pocket before you put more in there. You'll be fine, right? So carb is the problem. Sugar is the problem. The problem is that everything we eat today has sugar. Back in the day, sugar is kind of expensive. So, we don't put everything with sugar. You put MSG, you put salt, you'll get that flavor out. But sugar immediately bring that flavor out.
What about the natural sugar versus adding sugar, like fruits? That doesn't matter, right?
No, fructose corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup does not get broken down. You can't break that down. So basically, your body takes forever to break that down, so you shove it to your pocket right there because it will take forever to use that. And that thing is 50 times sweeter than the actual sugar.
No, say if you eat like fruit, like that's natural sugar, so that it's not the same,
Again,
right?
Sugar from fruits are harder to break down.
Okay.
All right, and this is how animals get their energy, right? The birds and stuff like that, they eat fruits, they eat berries, so they get an immediate burst of energy because that's all they eat. The bird isn't gonna go eat another bird for protein, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Their only energy source is sugar. Right? Sugar is immediate. Sugar can be used immediately. So they'll eat some berries and they'll start flying really quickly, use all that sugar, poop out liquid poop, and then keep going. So for birds, it makes perfect sense to eat berries. For humans, that's a different story. We don't work that hard. We don't fly. We don't do that. So, we don't flap our arms, 100 times per minute. So we don't really use that much energy. So for us, fruits are very hard. We're carnivores for that reason, right? We eat everything else. There's other source of, in fact, the primary source of energy for human technically is fat. If you ever seen animal eating another animal like lions, they eat the organ and the fat first. Because they're okay with that, with not eating the rest of the corpse.
Bears, when they eat the salmon,
High source of fat.
they go for the fat and the egg and stuff first.
Yeah. So if you ever seen a corpse of animal, a lot of times they leave like half a leg or something like that, but the organs are gone. Right? They eat those first because those had the highest amount of energy, highest amount of fat. That's all they needed. They'll get full eating those. Right? And like the Tasmanian devil, you'll find out on the inside out. Because that's what it needs. Inside. The fat. Right? So our primary source of energy should be fat. But because human, we adapt to nature, it's easier to grow berries and eat those things and fight food against birds and stuff like that. So, it's easier to get berries than hunt down a boar in the middle of the mountain. Okay? So
it's like in super cold climates, like the indigenous people, like when they kill seals and all that stuff on purpose because they'd eat the fat from the whales and the seals and all that kind of stuff because it's a lot easier. It's better to subsist on.
Right? Because it's easier to eat them. It's better source of energy. Number 3 is that things with fat last longer. Not refrigerated. Last longer. Right? So then you just right? animals don't have refrigeration. They don't know like, hey, I'm gonna eat this deer and then put the rest in the fridge and then sear it tomorrow. They will eat whatever that's more valuable first and get full and leave, right? And the scavenger gets the rest. So, fat should be the primary source of food, and then you can have some sugar and stuff like that, because everything, protein and fat, they're gonna make your body produce enough energy. You don't need sugar. And in fact, the fat pound per pound, fat and sugar, fat is gonna give more energy than sugar.
It's like because I don't have a lot of sugar on purpose. When I do eat sugar, man, that throws me for a loop, man.
Yeah, because sugar has to be used immediately. Because if you don't, sugar will start destroying your body tissues. Sugar in blood will destroy your body tissues. All right, so
I should probably lay off the honey buns.
Right, so if you don't eat the sugar, you're gonna be overall healthier, because the fat does not destroy your body tissue. In fact, the more fat you use, the more regenerated property you have in the body, because 90% of your body is fat. Technically, in terms of solids, okay, in terms of solid, 90% of your body is literally filled with fat, cholesterol and everything. Cholesterol can make your body tissues. So when those people eat a lot of fat, they have great skins. They have, they look like Asian that doesn't age, because their body continues to use those cholesterol to rebuild, and they're less likely to have Alzheimer's. Fat people are less likely to have Alzheimer's.
Really?
Yeah. Like whenever you see somebody that has Alzheimer's, they're usually skinny and they have no idea where they are.
Damn, I'm gonna have Alzheimer's.
So
Yeah, we're looking at you, Michael.
Because they have enough cholesterol to repair the rest of their body.
You're making me feel better, man.
Albert's convinced he's going to outlive us all now.
Yeah.
No, Albert.
If you want
to live long, right? Stop being an asshole. Be a horrible person.
So you're saying I'm an asshole?
No, if you want to live long, you be the worst person in the world possible. That way you gotta live long, because people that you hate the most usually outlive you. Everybody wish somebody died because they're a bad person, right? And that person usually live a long time, because you're like, when's he gonna die? When's he gonna die? When's he gonna die? And he just outlives you.
Yeah, well.
Right? People that you hate the most usually live long. People that you love the most dies too quickly. So, when people's like, what is the secret of people, Asian people live so long? I said, because all of us are assholes. We hate each other.
All right. Well, that's one way of looking at it.
Right?
I'm still gonna go with cigars as the answer, because most of the oldest living people have all been cigar smokers.
I feel like it's actually
except for General Grant.
I want to say that there is a reason behind it. I feel like people who smoke cigars live longer is because they know to take time in the day to relax.
Yeah.
Right?
Less
get
stress.
rid of to get rid of all those negativity in their body, to the bad thoughts, the things that cause them to age. Right? They take time for themselves. People who work all day, they're always busy about something. They overwork themselves, right? People who smoke cigars, take minimum of 1 hour for themselves per day, if they smoke cigars, right? That 1 hour of relaxation can make a huge difference. Stress can kill a person, right? So, recently there was a story about a Japanese person, all right? He lived in a huge mansion in the center of Tokyo, right? But this guy, oh my God, his entire family passed away already. He outlived his entire family, right? He doesn't work. He eats nothing but nattos or maybe some rice. He spent less than $30 a week on food, okay? And he lived a long time. Why? Because he have no worry in the world. He doesn't care. He doesn't even clean his house. His house is a mess, all right? He literally just survived off people, the inheritance of his parent. His parent died. His sister died at 60s, and he outlived that already for just eating nothing but natto. He's skinny, but he's a happy person. He doesn't care. He's like, if I finish using this money, I'm just gonna die. It's okay. You know, he could have just sell the house and go to a elderly care facility, right? But he didn't want to do that. He just I want to live free and whatever. Even if I don't get the best thing in the world, I'm okay. You know, he just rebooked and his house is a mess. The TV station have to spend maybe $3,200 to clean his house. It's just 2 trucks of trash from his house. All right, and literally they went to visit him again afterward. It's messy again. It's messy again. He just lived that really. I'm just gonna live the way it is. No worry in the world. Eat when I'm hungry, and just do nothing. And he lived long. He lived long because he knows to not stress himself. Despite of how bad he lived, he knows not to stress himself. And stress is what kills people nowadays. Stress. So, I like the taste of cigars. Thank you. I think all of us here do. But good. So I think that's the key, right? The key is to be happy. You know, a lot of people. I think there's plenty of story out there where people get cancer and then like they refuse treatment and just do whatever makes them happy. And literally, sometimes it cures them. So it's all mental, right? It's all like I just want to live the life I am, and if I don't have to work as hard, I don't have to strive for that living style, which is like the American dream or the dream of a person, you know, to make $1 million a day kind of thing. If you don't stress over that, you probably gotta live a long time. I think on average, people, well, you know, in like Michael's area, the South of America. They know how to take time for themselves, right? They live very happily with that kind of income. Over here, New York, Boston, you know, the upper city, people stress so much about what they present to us, you know, on other people's eyes, right? They work so hard, they don't have time for themselves, and literally they die early because of that. Because all the stress, they start to get like disease in their body because the body can't handle it. This amount of stress that you're handling. You get heart disease, brain disease, cancer, and all that stuff because of the stress. I think that, you know, if you don't have that much stress, you learn that life is just gotta be the way it is. You follow the flow. You gotta feel pretty good. I feel like that. I feel like, you know, if you know how to take time for yourself, you gotta live well. You gotta have less problem, less disease. That, you know, people who doesn't do anything last the longest. I truly think so. In Japan, there's a town where average age in that town is over 100 years old. Entire town, okay? Average age is over 100 years old. Right? They don't have a lot of technology. Their house is still pretty old style. But they live well and you know, happy. You know, just self-sustaining kind of a little town. Right? And they all hang out and all the time. They all... just every day, you know, all people gather together, eat and hang out. They all live over 100 years old. What's really amazing is when they go interview the place, they saw a 100-year-old lady fixing her roof.
Oh,
I'll be happy if when I hit 100-year-old and I can even climb up to my roof.
Right?
Right?
Damn.
They saw an old lady fixing the roof at 100-something years old. They saw a lady over 100 years old carry a 20-pound rice by herself, 2 bags of it, going home. I mean, that's like some sort of like a story kind of thing, you know? It's crazy. So
The fountain of youth is there somewhere.
They actually say that fountain of youth is the vinegar that they drink over there, but I don't believe it. I just think that because they don't have a lot, they don't have to think about a lot.
That's true. I mean, people like everybody always call it like the rat race and the keeping up with the Joneses thing. That's a terrible way to live your life.
Like I think a lot of those reality TV nowadays to show all these rich people living their life, partying and all that stuff. That's not the life you want. If anybody who is you know, younger watch this video, that's not the life you want. All right, if you think Jeff Bezos happy? No. Right? You think Tom Cruise is happy? No.
He's insane. He's not happy.
He's a god now, right? They're not happy. I mean, they have expense equal to their living style that, you know, they're no better than regular people. That is living within their means. You know, having no debt is happy. Living with your means and to do what makes you happy. Like, you know, even if you make minimum amount of money and then you get to barbecue in your backyard and you have plenty of time, you don't work, you know, over 40 hours a week, you're gonna be a happy person. You might not have, you know, fancy cars, fancy watches, you know, fancy money, but you might have a lot of friends, a lot of time, and be able to hang out with your family. That's actually something that money cannot buy in the future. Martin, all right, go ahead. I know Martin's gonna say his.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? It is Martin Amaya.
There we go.
I'm digging for it.
Digging for it. You don't have it ready? Come on. Right? So, yeah, I mean, living well, being happy is very important in life. That it's gonna make you live longer, right? And here's the thing: why sugar is so popular is because we're so stressed, and sugar makes you happy, right? But if you're happy, you wouldn't need that much sugar, right? You'll actually think like this thing tastes so sweet, right? Like if you're happy, do you need that ice cream to make you happy once in a while? I don't know. If I'm happy, I think I'd rather just go to a barbecue and then have a beer and then, you know, get a nice T-bone steak and just
Hell yeah. I'll take me a T-bone over some ice cream any day.
right? But because you're stressed, you're like, I need something sweet to make me happy. Now that's when you go like, you're not happy. You're not a happy person. You need some relaxing. You need to, you know, something that balance your life. So, hey Martin, I just want to tell you, if you don't know already, Shadow Smoke's Legion have your back.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Did I miss that conversation?
Yes.
You did.
Oh,
You
son of a
did.
bitch.
We can have it here in a couple minutes, though.
But I just want you to know, there's no doubt,
Thank you.
Shadow Smoke's Legion have your back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you guys have always had my back.
I said F Martine.
Yeah, screw that guy. Screw that son bitch.
All right, so I got a few things I wanted to mention.
Sure.
To Albert, which cigar did you say that was better than the other Rojas?
The house blend. The one
The
with no
house
band.
The one with no band was better than the one that was banded?
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I got to go back to that one then.
Just that one there, bro.
Okay. I got to try that one again tomorrow.
I probably have to have Albert buy some for me and just send it to me.
Yep. All right. Second thing.
Right.
Wait, there was something else, but anyway. So there was and we got a family chat that I'm in with Stacy and her family, and she sent pictures of my humidor while I'm at work. She sent a bunch of pictures inside my humidor and sending them into the family chat, and she posts, and he says he needs more. So I commented back. I'm like, you can never have enough. And I threw a little GIF up of someone saying, there's never enough. So today or yesterday, since she was doing that, I locked my humidor. And she went in there today. She's like, why'd you lock your humidor? I was like, because you're sending photos of my cigars and you're grabbing my cigars. She says, I'm not grabbing your cigars. And then I was like, well, then why were you in there? She's like, I wanted those little cigarillos. I was like, well, there you go. You're in my humidor grabbing my cigars.
Doesn't she have her own humidor by now? You have that many humidor in the house. You think that she have her own right now?
She's got her own New Air humidor. So today when I get home, she's like, hey, check the mail. I think I got a package. So I did. And I opened the mailbox and it said Stacy Amaya, Little Guy Cigar Shop. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know what it is. It's okay.
And she's like, so I was like, yep, you got mail. And she's like, okay, put them in my humidor. Those were supposed to be yours, but you can fuck off now.
Wow.
See, her and I had this whole conversation about stuff, and see what you did. See what you did.
She's like, you locked me out of your humidor, so those are mine now.
Oh, see, never piss off a wife. Never piss
It's gonna
off
be
a wife.
sad, man.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Martin, I sent a package to you too, so you can keep that one.
Oh, sweet. Before she gets it.
If you get it before she gets it.
I know, right? Yeah.
So.
But yeah. So I got a package from Little Guy Cigar Shop. It's not mine anymore.
You can
She'll
still,
probably she might give it to you. You never know.
You know, you can just go through her humidor and just grab it.
Right.
Now, I can honestly tell you, it doesn't take a lot to break that lock. Just saying, you can pick that lock
Oh, I
very
know.
easily.
You just got to use an Allen wrench.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Click, 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 turn.
Mhm.
So, what are you smoking
Yep.
right now, Martin?
I picked up an Edge. Don't know which one it is. I think it's the Habano. It's got the white band on it, but the Maduro and the Habano look so much alike, and they got the same band. What the fuck?
Well, it's usually the case, no?
That one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I think the white band's the Maduro and the blue one's the Habano. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Well, there's Corojo. I think that's the blue one.
Blues Cameroon.
No, it's not.
Corojo, maybe.
What about the green one?
The green one is
It's like a turquoise color.
That's a Corojo. That's the blue one.
Oh,
But they have a new one. Well, not a new. It's like 5 years old. I smoked a couple days ago. It's got a barber pole which has the Maduro and the Corojo, like barber pole around the cigar. It's like
Is
one
it
of
the-
their anniversary series.
Is it like it's like is the one that's like a shiny green band?
Yeah, it's called A10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good cigar.
So I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah,
here.
barber pole. Yeah, I've seen those.
Does you guys even know who George Floyd Gaming is?
No.
No? All right, so we don't know that person. Billy Metzitza.
No, Billy just likes the smell of cigars. He says.
He said, I like the taste of cigars.
Oh, taste of cigars. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But wait, Blue Caustic, Tony gets COVID and comes out the other side jacked.
So you're talking about going on a crazy diet if you
Yeah,
got
I would
couldn't taste
literally do that. I mean, if I do catch it, I would live in a very healthy
No,
style.
it sounds like you want to get it so you can.
But that's the thing. I
Really-
felt like I already had
really
it. You remember when COVID started? I had a 2 week that's super sick.
Yeah.
I feel like I already got it, but I just never realized that if I got it or not, because sometimes I can't tell if I lost my taste buds. So, maybe I didn't even have that symptom because not everybody had that symptom.
Right.
So I don't know if I had it or not. I didn't go get it tested. So, and right now, if I get it tested, it'll be false positive because I got my shot.
Right.
So it wouldn't matter. I mean, in the end, I do want to experience that. At the same time, I don't want to be sick.
Don't
But
want to
if I do,
experience that.
I'll make the best out of it. You
If
guys
you're
would
like a
know.
double negative, it'll be a positive.
I don't know.
Well, that's-
I don't know. So right now we're like what? 2 weeks into April. 2 weeks into
Yep.
April.
Are we?
Something like
Good
that.
lord.
Any words on the cutter yet?
No, I'll follow up with that.
Yeah, I know people are waiting for. I'm waiting for it because one of them is for my brother, and my brother's been asking. So it's like,
Give
am
him
I gonna
yours.
get it when you come up? Huh?
Give him yours, Tony.
No, he wanted the chrome one.
Oh,
So I will get him one, but it's like stressful. My
So,
brother's been talking to me a lot, and he's like,
So Albert,
yes, Martin.
going back to your comment earlier, I was driving home, talking about if people smoke the same cigar back to back. We got a guy at the lounge that literally will buy 3 of the Silver Label Lancero. No, Churchill, Montecristos, and he'll come back every day and buy those same cigars every day. I'm like, man, I don't know how you could do that. I mean,
where the platinum
box, right?
The silver box.
That doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't he just buy a box?
Well,
routine.
I don't know.
He can buy a box and then literally smoke 3 a day. That still be a routine.
Yeah, you save more money if you buys a box, but okay.
But it's a thing where you stop and get a paper, or you stop and drink. It's just a routine, a habit.
For those people who doesn't know, it's bad to have a routine like that, because if somebody want to kidnap you or rob you, that's the routine they go with.
Sure.
I'm screwed.
You have a routine, Michael?
Well, I'm not hard to track down.
I don't think I have a routine. Other than the show, I don't have any routine. Every day is different. Because I don't know when I'm going to pass out.
Michael, you don't take a different route to work on different days?
Sure.
So I don't know. It's hard to have a routine in the morning, because sometimes I'm awake in the morning, sometimes I'm not awake in the morning. So every day is different. Pass out different time, fall asleep at different time, wake up at a different time. But one thing I have is that if I'm sitting in front of my computer, the Discord is on. I'm just looking at it. Literally, I feel like every day, the only thing I can expect is to see Jeff coming on and says, "Wow, wow, look who's back."
Wow. Good morning.
Yeah, look who's back. I'm back. That's what I see every day.
Yep.
One might say he's back at it again.
Wow.
I haven't seen Martin coming onto Discord since I'm back at it again. So, but I did see Martin come out to the chat a couple days ago, and I thought that was pretty rare for him to do that.
Yep.
So that was different. But I'm glad to see Martin using that cup though. He's not using the mason jar anymore, which is great.
Yeah, buddy.
So that's good.
Martin, what are you drinking tonight?
4 Roses.
Nice.
That's a good.
That's
That's a good.
all
That's a good drink. Is Michael drinking coconut water? Isn't that sugar?
Dude, that's the best for hydration. It's like drinking Pedialyte.
It's 100% fresh pressed coconut water, no added sugar.
So nut juice.
Nut juice, baby.
But here's the thing,
This is my favorite brand, though. It's so good.
People say coconut is the most hydration. It's actually the opposite.
Well, you can take, and if you were stranded somewhere, if you eat 1 coconut a day and drink the water, you will live. Because of all the fat and stuff that's in the coconut. Yeah.
You will. But because of the sugar content there, it makes you want to drink more.
It's so good, though.
It's so little of water in the one, though. Straight on the island, you had to drink 3 a day.
That's why this one, I know they press the meat and everything, because it's got that much more pungent coconut flavor instead of just, you can tell where they just cracked it and poured it.
So
I can't see who wrote that.
See what?
Somebody wrote that they're drinking 4 Roses.
Juan.
Juan was drinking 4 Roses. I know that.
Oh, sweet.
4 Roses.
I thought that's why you did it, because you saw his post. He was drinking.
Yeah,
4
me
Roses.
too.
You're like, oh shit, I'm gonna get on that.
I like copycatter.
Time for a top off.
No subliminal drinking.
Let's see. I haven't checked Facebook today, really. I only jump on a little bit when Sherry have her live thing. It was literally on my way out, and I watched it a little bit. But let me see. Let me see what's going on with the Legion today. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. Ever since we got Discord, I look at Facebook a lot less.
Yeah. I just don't use Facebook or Discord very much.
Because it's hard to being organized with the Facebook. It's like, I might like a post because I already read it, and when I go back down there, I will find the one that I like still on the top, and I had to scroll down to find the one I haven't read.
Yeah, their thing is all screwed up, man.
It's like every time somebody comments on it or something, it brings it right back up.
Yeah, but like I say, I want to make sure that our group people, even if you don't use it all the time, go get a Discord account. Because I'm gonna start running some giveaways from the Discord.
Sweet.
I don't understand why people don't do it because it's that easy to win stuff. Literally, you just had to do some common or whatever, and you win. Or you just have to get some cigar that you already do anyway, and you win. So how hard is it? It's not hard. All right.
It's not hard. Easy.
Sounds hard.
How many people on the Discord now?
I don't know. Good question.
There are a few. I know
I
that.
think like 70 maybe. Something like that. Some. I think half the people out there. But let me open it and tell you. Let me open it and tell you. But yeah, I start to realize I have a lot of stuff that I bought over the time that I can give away. So, I want to start organize something to give away. But, one thing for sure is I've been sending stuff for Michael to give away with orders. So, if you guys keep eye on it, just buy stuff, you'll get it. I mean, I'm not telling you to buy more stuff. I'm just telling you that you got to buy things normally, you'll get it. So
Buy more things.
Sweet. Buy more things.
61 to 71, 71 plus 3, 74, 74
Wow.
plus 2, 76. I have 76 people on it.
That's good.
So half, like a little bit less than half.
Wow. So the active members.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and also, for those people who don't know, we did allow people to trade on Discord now. So, if you're trading, not nobody did it yet, but if you want to trade, now it's that's how you do it. So, I think that if you try to do something like this, it's not too much effort, and you're gonna get much more out of it. It's not that annoying of an app. You can turn it off and you can turn it on. When you turn it on, it literally has a line where you stop reading last time, and you can just read from there. You can choose to skip it altogether, but all the posts is there. It's easy to look at. So
Yeah.
literally, Juan's post is on there at 8:59 p.m. a minute before our show. So not bad, right? So that's easy to read. It's there. And we might not have it always active, but people are on there a lot. I'm always reading it. Even if I'm not posting something, I have it on all the time. So I'm always looking at it. I hope that one day we can we have a mod that's on there a lot. Matt used to be on there a lot, but he's not always there. And Michael, he's on there once in probably quarter of the time, if not less. So I have to be on there. But eventually, I think we will vote for a mod that's on there for a long time. To keep it going. So.
What do you mean by a bigger lighter? You want like a table lighter, or like a bigger pocket lighter?
A bigger lighter, like table lighter, I guess. Shadow Smoke Legion don't have a lighter yet. Yet.
No, that fell through.
Yet. But that doesn't mean I won't make one. Yet. I'm still debating which one is good. Which one is good for us. I want one that everybody will want to use and feel proud using it.
I like Bradley makes some cool lighters.
But how am I gonna get Alec Bradley to make our lighters?
Well,
if you know Alec, let me know. If you know Alec that's willing to talk to me, let me know.
Well, I know Bradley Rubin, so let me reach out to him.
It depends on if they got Calibri or Zycar or freaking Lotus or whoever's making their shit.
Yeah. And
Are you talking about the one that looks like a little oil can?
They're the only ones that have that.
Alec Bradley releases stuff just for them. Like they're literally Alec Bradley only pieces.
Certain ones, yeah.
It doesn't mean I can't get a bunch of it from China.
Right. Oh,
And put our
speaking of, I don't know if this is legit or not, but last time we were hanging out, with Matt and Albert at Denton Cigar Company, they said they make those stinky ashtrays for a bunch of retailers. Like
Stinkies make shit for fucking everybody.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They label them like
They laser. They have a laser.
Laser, and from my Death Star.
So
yeah, no,
supposedly they do all the Casa Cuevas stinky ashtrays for Casa Cuevas.
yeah.
No.
QI bought Stinkies, if I remember right.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
didn't know
definitely not buying those.
that.
But what I can
Tony,
do
this
is
is
I
what they're
have a
talking
laser
about.
engraver coming up. I have a laser engraver coming to me. It's stuck in China somewhere. Okay.
Did you get a Glow Forge or something different?
It was called Laser Pecker.
Laser Pecker.
I'm not kidding. That's the name. So wow.
Definitely a China brand.
That's after show talk there, buddy.
No. It's a
The only
U.S.
thing-
brand. Here, it's a U.S. brand made in China, obviously. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I ordered one of those.
Are they gonna call it the Pecker?
The only thing it can laser print is dildos.
Well, but here's the thing.
Does it do laser on wood?
It does.
Does it laser wood?
Pecker.
Does it wood
So I bought one. I'm waiting for it to get here. It's delayed by a month already. So obviously stuck somewhere. But when I get it, we can see what is the because obviously when we make that kind of stuff, we don't need 200, 400, 500 of those. So if I can get someone to send me 100 of those ashtrays, I'll just laser them one by one until we get it, to the amount that we need. Right? So we can do that. But other than that, I mean, I'll be interested to get one of those, like a Bunsen lighter, but it's not really, with that dome look to it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty nice. So,
Those are cool.
I'll probably work with. Well, I'll probably work with Michael. We engrave one side with the little guy cigar shop, the other side with the.
If we have a lighter, make sure it's one that has a big ass tank because I hate fucking refilling my lighters.
Well, I think those size things are like about a fist size, right? Basically, with the light on top, it's about this big.
Yeah, those big Bunsen burner ones take almost a whole can of butane.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then those fires
imagine
are
they
big
last
too.
forever,
Like
though.
the fire comes out big.
Yeah, I'm talking a big can of butane, not a little one of the big ones, one of the 400 milliliter or whatever there.
So, like, let's say if I was able to order it, I'd probably find a place where I can order like 50 and then just release only 50.
Yeah.
Right.
That's UA. Selling 50 would be a feat in and of itself.
Yeah.
Well,
It will be
that'd be a high
pre-ordered.
price,
Like, it will be pre-ordered. If I know we can do this, I order
Yeah,
one
it's
and
a little
it works, then we'll start pre-order on it, and then
It's gonna
basically
be $100 lighter.
it will be one of those things that it will be a gigantic table lighter, but for you guys don't know, that comes out soft flame, I believe. It's not really a torch flame. It's soft flame, but it will light your cigar for sure every time. So that's what do you mean? Apparently not. I already say that I read it. I am reading that. Okay, jeez. Calm down. I am reading that. Oh my god.
You didn't say that. I didn't hear you comment on it.
I just say I saw the post at 8:59.
No, I posted well after that, man.
Yeah, but that means I'm looking at it. Right? Jeez. Calm down. Oh, wow. Jeez.
Tony, do you remember the name of that really nice Lotus table light or Vertigo, whatever it was that you got that works all the time? That it's like brushed stainless or whatever it is.
This one?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that now.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Enforcer or something like that.
I gotta pull it. Let me pull up the catalog. Hold on, Juan.
Is it
Hold
called
one
Enforcer?
second.
Is it
No.
called the
No.
Enforcer? Was like Invader, Enforcer, something like that.
It's something cool like that. Let me pull up the catalog.
If we
second.
could have like a Vertigo Cyclone, the ones where you can see the fuel inside, and it's
Dude,
like
that's
a
too
giant-
tiny for any logo on it.
No. Like if we could have one of those like 3 times the size,
Oh my god,
that would be badass.
that would be cool.
That
Yeah,
would
but
be
that's the thing
badass.
though. When you have a clear tank, you're actually having like a acrylic or plastic container. So that's not like a steel,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like.
Brian
the
is looking
Verticals.
at the Prometheus one. That one is expensive.
Those are way expensive, bro.
Fuck
Don't you
that.
need a like a refill for that? Like you need a cartridge for that?
Fuck it, no. Those are the fucking
Bugatti.
Yeah,
Those are-
Bugattis.
It's expensive for Prometheus. I mean, it looks awesome. I mean, the one Matt have is pretty badass.
Yeah, Matt fucking has one.
Yeah.
Of course he
I
does.
thought they were like limited too. Like they release in a limited quantity. So. But this
Yeah.
one, in terms of size, I don't think that this fits the definition of being big. I mean, I can fit this in my pocket still.
But it is a table lighter, though.
But if I'm gonna call it a table lighter, it'll be something that I can't fit in my pocket.
Right.
So.
Is it the in? It's the. I think it's a triple flame, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an intrigue. Intrigue.
Intrigue.
Yeah. It is the intrigue.
It's funny, like the pronunciation stuff. Today we drove by a brand called. My wife called it Reformation. But when I read it, I was like, I read Reformation. Is it Reformation or Reformation?
It's a reformation.
Is
I
it?
say Reformation.
Wouldn't that be a Reformation because it's Reformation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the intrigue, and it's the retail is $35.
So like,
I
you know,
like
if
that
we
one.
engrave it, everything is gonna look around $40-50. So that would
Yeah.
yeah.
Just the design of that thing has kind of an Art Deco look to it. I think it's really cool.
Hey, Tony, hold that one up to the camera. Oh, we've got that one at the lounge. Yeah, those are pretty badass lighters.
Like they work all the time is the nice thing about them.
Like if I wanted to call something a table lighter, it's gonna be like.
Yeah,
this
that's the shop lighter that we have. It's
You
the
know,
one that you
I
have
would
there.
like something this big. You know. I need
Yeah,
something
I've got
that
that.
I can, you know, if someone was talking to me on the shop and really pissed me off, I can pick it up and just whack him in the head. That's what I want.
It's like the nub lighters. I don't know who makes those ones.
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah,
they're the
those
big
round
cylinder ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those are badass.
I've got the Zycar cylinder. It's about the size of that can, the quad flame.
Yeah.
That thing is awesome. But it burns through fuel so quick, even when you have it turned down low. But yeah, you could definitely kill somebody with it.
That reminds me. Remember the humidor you guys are asking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
The manufacturer stopped talking to me.
Does anyone talk to you no more?
I was like, I want 10, and they're like, nah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
so
did you ever get a prototype of it?
I showed it to everybody already.
Okay,
you
I
not
didn't know
seen
if
it?
that was just I didn't know if that was one that they had sent you, like a photo they had sent you, or if it was one that you actually had.
This is literally the only one I have. So
Wow. Okay, I'll tell you what, that should be like a grand prize for the next raffle.
that is. That is.
Yes. That is
So,
a badass
I
box.
only have one.
Wow, that's amazing looking.
How big this is? This is the size of my face.
That is awesome.
So
Are you good? Are you good with woodworking? I was gonna
I'm
say,
not.
drill a hole in there.
I mean,
and
this
put
is
a
not
fucking-
easy because you can see this shade to it, right? There's no paint on it.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just engraved.
Oh, that's sweet.
But then there's different coloring for some reason. But you know, it's not colored.
I was gonna say,
We
drill
could
a
just
hole
get a
in-
bunch of humidors and we could get a bunch of humidors and just slap some giant stickers on it.
That wouldn't be that would defeat the point, right? That would defeat the point.
Yeah, yeah, it would.
So
But I was gonna say, drill a hole in the front side, like on the like when you have it flat on the front, drill a hole and put like a digital hygrometer from the inside out.
But yeah, but for those people who are asking, right now I'm still trying to get them to talk to me again, like whatever try to interest them. But right now they stopped talking to me.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like,
They're like,
paint's not
this-
worth it. Paint's not worth for us to turn on our machines.
Was it somebody over at Alibaba? Yeah.
They're like, we need minimum of 500. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And the 500 is the cost of this thing for 500 is not that bad. It's the shipping that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So the shipping costs more than
Yeah.
the humidor.
I'll say a 500 is a pallet.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I had to figure out how. But I will continue to try to talk to them and see if they will.
You know what we need is one of those larger one-door humidors.
Oh my God, we're
You
gonna
know, hey,
laser etched in the glass.
you got what the new air, you know?
I don't
You know,
care.
why don't we
I
talk
don't
to them?
care. It's not a Shadow Smokers Legion one.
No, but you talk to them and make one for us.
Yeah, I probably could.
You know what I want to make though?
Oh,
I
I
want.
just got a great idea.
Huh?
What if I do like a? I'm gonna probably do this. I'm gonna see if there's somebody that can wrap the humidor with like the Shadow Smokers Legion logo on it.
That would kind of, I don't know. That would that like heat dispense and all that stuff. Would that matter? I don't know.
As long as the vents are open, it doesn't matter.
Well, you wouldn't wrap the back. You would just wrap the side.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the sides, like the left, the top, and the right.
Yeah.
What I want to do is make a Shadow Smokes Legion chair from Secret Lab. That would be awesome because all the people are buying those chairs.
You can have it done. It's not cheap.
I'll pay $1,000 for it if it's Shadow Smokes Legion embroidered.
I'll just get a sleeve or a cover for it.
Oh
no,
my
no,
gosh.
no. I want an actual like color themed and everything.
Cover.
You know? Like where I
He won't-
leave. When I leave, you see a gigantic logo right here. Not this stupid Omega sign, but like
Right,
right here.
You get like a fitted cover for it, man. That'd be perfect.
No, I wouldn't want the cover. I want an actual thing. You know, I don't want a half-ass. This is already like $400. You know, charge me another $400 and make me one. I'm okay with that.
Well, you got the money.
Hey, if I can pay $2,000 for rental, I can pay $1,000 for a chair.
Right.
So yeah, I mean I'm sucker for swag. I feel bad all the time because all the members actually get the swag, but like at the same time I feel pretty badass to have a whole set of swag.
You know what? I'm gonna probably do that. I'm gonna see if because we got a wraps company here down the street from me. I'm gonna see if they can probably put that logo on my humidor.
But like when you're wrapping it, it's not the same thing. I mean, technically you can wrap anything, right? It's just
I
like
know,
a
but
sheet
still.
of vinyl. You
I know, but still, I mean, how badass would that be when I do a humidor tour and there's a giant logo of Shadow Smokers Legion on my humidor?
Do it, and then you should wrap your car with it.
You know what? And there's a lot of people that I talk to, like here locally too. They give me a lot of shit for Shadow Smokers Legion, and like even on YouTube, as you saw. So I mean, it's like almost like a kick to the face, like, haha, fucking showing my humidor, Shadow Smokers Legion. This is my family, bro.
Why do people give you crap for that?
People
people
because they don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get it. It's exactly what Sherry said. Like she doesn't invite a lot of people is because she doesn't think those people will get the camaraderie, the family in this group.
Yeah.
Not everybody is good with it. Not everybody can understand why. It's just one of those phenomena, right? So people is gonna go, oh, you got one of those group, so I can make one too, and then here's 1,000 people. Well, those 1,000 people really doesn't know you and don't care.
They don't. Yeah, they're not really a family type of group.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Cigar Head Fred is still in the Legion, right? Because we're going to be meeting up soon.
Cigar Head Fred. Let me take a look. I gotta be honest with you. We haven't organized the roster for a while. I was gonna wait until the audit to change it again.
Well, I added him. I mean, he doesn't post much in the Legion, but I know I added him to the group. I don't know if he's in the Legion still, though.
Okay.
I think he is.
Like we actually have a few members that's no longer available. I don't even know what's going on with it. So.
But yeah, me and Fred are gonna be meeting up soon.
Fred.
So,
right? If I look for Fred, I should be able to find it, right? Fred.
I know. Is he still on the Discord?
If he's on Discord, I haven't seen anybody left Discord yet, because usually you get a notification
Okay.
for it.
Well, then yeah, he's still part
What's
of the
a
Legion.
Discord?
He's still probably in his probationary period.
Josh. Yeah, like we have like Ivan and Steve, both are out of the Facebook already. So I hope this is not gonna be an issue with the audit because they're not gonna see it. I'm gonna kick. So. Fred.
Well, Ivan wasn't active before, and like he got it on the homepage though.
He's on the homepage. I don't see Fred. Hold on.
What about Quakes. I haven't seen him post in a long time.
But Quick's still on. Quick is on,
Yeah.
on Discord. I don't know what happened. Like he went on vacation and disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
Did he get kidnapped?
Oh, he went down to Mexico. Didn't he?
Because I know he went on vacation, and then we were bitching at him about being on while he's on vacation. So, but I haven't seen him act. Here's the thing: people have lives, so they can always be available to a group. That's totally understandable, right? You come and go. Even if like your own family member, you don't see them all the time. They don't talk to you all the time. So it's only reasonable to expect that they're not gonna be there all the time. So.
I talk to you guys more than I talk to my family.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I don't know.
But not like my family I live with. Not like my family my immediate family.
Right. So, I feel like, it's only reasonable for some people to not always be there, but, I think the family is there when it counts. When we need it the most, they always step up. That's for sure. Shadow Smoke Legion, when we need it the most, when we have a member that has an issue, all of them step up. I don't think it never fails. It never fails.
You guys were there for me when I needed you.
Okay, so I don't ever question. And anybody questions that, well, you don't know Shadow Smoke Legion, right? It's safe to say that you don't know Shadow Smoke Legion, and you're not fit for Shadow Smoke Legion if you think that.
Right. Exactly.
Because the family might not always be there, but when it's called upon, we show up. So.
Word.
Right? That's a good part. Anyways, was it 11:30? Shall we keep going? I think
Let's
we'll
do it.
I don't mind. I don't have anything to do, but I have a call at 12, but I can still be here.
All right.
Let's talk about. Well, let's talk about Josh. Like we haven't been on a lot, so what's going on?
Oh, so yeah, I've kind of felt bad about that, but my kids, my kids on the weekends, I'm divorced. My kids are with my previous wife, and I've been getting them a lot more on the weekends and whatnot. Usually, well, they go to bed. Even when they're here, they usually, they kind of go to their rooms around 9 o'clock or whatnot, which is why I usually get on around 9:30. But they've been kind of staying up a little bit later and whatnot. So, yeah.
It's good.
It's funny. I thought about that. I wanted to make sure that tonight I'm free. I show my face. I'm still here.
But here's the thing, Josh. You gotta understand. We if whenever somebody say we can't come up because family, I always encourage people to deal with their family first. Okay? Because family is most important. And just like here, family is most important. We're just chatting here, right? We gotta be here. But your family is very important. So, if your family's around, you gotta hang out with the family, so be it. Just do that first. If you ask me, you say, hey, Tony, I have a family here. My kids are here. I see them once a week or twice a week. Should I be here? I'll tell you, go to your kids. Any time of the day, if you ask me that question, I'll say go to your kids. Because that's more important, right? You only have so much time with them. We gotta be here. If you in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock, if you decide to make a post, we gotta be here. We're not gonna go anywhere, right? So deal with the family first. That's most important, right? But once in a while, pop in, let us know, say, hey, I've been hanging out with my family. I'm still here. That's fine. Totally fine.
Okay.
But
yeah, dude, just take care of you. Make sure everybody's good.
Family, you don't just tell them, hey, family, go over there to that room and then not come back because I'm gonna go on the show for 2 hours. No, don't do that. Because you can always come back and watch the show. You can pop in. You can message. You can just be in the chat room and not be on the show. That's totally fine. Family's number one. All right.
How old are your kids, Josh?
Well, 9 and 14, 5 years difference. The boy's older.
That's a tough one. 14, rebellious time.
Yeah, I feel kind of sad because he is kind of getting to that age where he's like wanting to be more independent and not spend as much time with dad. But I have to give him that, I can't, if he wants to go in his room and play video games and whatnot for a couple of hours. I mean, I can't say, dude, you got to come spend time with me. I mean, because he knows that I'm here, and I go in and I play video games with him and would do things that he wants to do. My daughter, she is still all about wanting to hang out with dad, like all the time. Yeah. She's very much a daddy's girl. They're great. They're great kids.
I feel like at that age, for me at least, I feel like at that age, it's more about supporting what they want to do rather than telling them what to do. And, you know, like at that age is when they start to think like, you know, I have things I want to do. You know, this is my priority. I want to develop from what I'm doing rather than hanging out. And that's the time where you probably got to get more from your kids by supporting what they want to do than telling them what to do. You know. So.
Oh yeah. And there was this was about 6 weeks ago. My son, for the first time ever, didn't want to come over, and I was a little upset about it, but I didn't let him know. But I understood, and I supported him. But what happened was his dog ended up having surgery, and he had surgery on like Thursday, and he called me and he's like, "Hey, would you mind if I stay at mom's this weekend? I really want to stay with Fritz and make sure he's okay. I want to make sure that nothing happens." And I'm like, "Yeah." But it killed me because I didn't get to see him. But you know what? At the end of the day, that was a really mature thing for him to say and do. You know?
Yeah, and it's much better for him to tell you that was the reason rather than just show up and then give you shit face for the day, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, we went through that with our 14-year-old. Well, when he was 14, he's 15 now. He went through like a good year period where he just didn't want to come over, and the weekends are the only times we get to see him. But I mean, we respected him. He wanted to be at home with his dad, and that was his thing. So I mean, he's starting to come around now and wanting to spend time with us again. But it's hard when they're wanting to not come over. Like we pick them up, and we only have one child. It's just it's kind of sad in a way, but at the same time, we're like, you know what? You're a teenager. We understand. You want to spend your time alone. You can spend time with your dad, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard. It's hard to.
I think overall, when they grow older, that ability of allowing them to do what they wanted when they ask for it is gonna give you ultimately better relationship with them when they grow as adults.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because like if
I think so too.
Because if they spend majority of the time on the other side, they have their friends, they have weekends to hang out with their friends, they have all kind of things, right? Social. But when you cut that and take that away from them, that's gonna build some negativity and feel like a chore to them, right? You want them to come over to you because they want to be there, versus taking them away from what they're doing, what they're planning and stuff like that, and ultimately have a bad relationship when they grow into adults. That you don't want them like 20 years later, then when they're in their 30s, they're like, I hated that time because every week I had to just tell my friend I can't be with them and go to my dad.
Yeah.
So when you give them
that's
space,
a really good
eventually
point,
when
Tony.
they're free to go wherever they want, they will visit you when you're not expecting them. You'll be like, get the hell out of my house. You're here every other week. Like, you'll be like, stop taking my cigars. I gotta lock it every time you come over.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Josh, I'm kind of envious of you because you have a daughter and you have that daddy-daughter time. I kind of told Stacey, I wanted a daughter to be able to have that daddy-daughter time and want to be like where I am the man in her life. Like I wanted it to be like, okay, you come over, I'll fucking do tea time with you, whatever. But like I've never been able to do that because I mean, of course I have all boys, so I kind of envy you in that, man. So cherish that.
Martin, I mean, there's such thing called cross-dressing. You can
Appreciate
kind of
that.
tell one of
I
your
will.
kids.
Shut up.
He was like, here, put this like little dress on. Let's play some tea time. Here's 50
It's
bucks.
It's 2021, Martine. It's okay, bro.
Here's 20 bucks. Do this. It's always like that, right? It's mama's boy and daddy's girl kind of thing. So, I don't know. I have a sister, so me and my sister doesn't really get along. So she have her own set of things. She priority is different. You know, me being a younger brother, I don't know what to do. My sister always have something to do on her own. You know. And she didn't like how I told you guys my family structure is really weird because I'm the son in the family, right? So it's like everything is all focused on the son. So the sister feel like she's deprived of her childhood, you know. So you know my sister is always very rebellious and really doesn't like me. And turns out like you know now I have you know the whole family on my shoulder, you know. She feel like that's a power, not a burden. You know, I feel like it's a burden. For her, she feels like it's power because you get all that attention. I was like, I don't get all the attention. I have to reach out, and then you wouldn't want to deal with the problem I deal with. You know, so I don't understand it. I mean, I remember when my sister, when she was young, she played with dolls and stuff like that. I want to take her doll and play with it. So I don't know. Do I have that tea time thinking? Probably have. When I was younger, I played with girl toys. So.
I'll say you're Asian. You have tea time all the time.
No, actually no. My family is not one of those.
Tony, we've seen your tea set.
Well, that's after I grown. Like you know, that's my hobby. That's my hobby.
His teeth.
That's my hobby. That's after. That's because I'm deprived of that. I had to make sure I get set of those. Okay. Right. So I mean that's different. My mom. She doesn't do that kind of stuff. My dad doesn't do that kind of stuff. My grandparent doesn't do that kind of stuff. Like I want a gigantic $5,000 tea table, and then you know my wife says no.
tea table?
Mm-hmm. Wait, wow. I probably have never shown you guys this, but there are some really awesome tea tables. Alright, I had to post a picture with you. I had to post a picture.
I've seen photos of when. Authentic Asian families do like the tea time, like they have like a table spread out with all their tea.
Not only that, in the middle there's a floating water, and then you put the teacup will float on there and it will circle continuously.
Oh wow!
Tea, just drink as you go and you feel it. It's really nice because water actually help retain the temperature of the tea. So when the tea's on there, it flows around. Everybody who want to drink, just grab a cup, drink it, put it back down there. The person who's brewing it will actually just refill it, but then you will just keep circling. It's really nice. So I like that kind of table. It's gigantic, has a dragon head blowing smoke, and the river water going down. It's like a whole art. Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Can we get one of those with the Shadow Smokers Legion logo on it?
I can, you know, probably could, but here's the thing. That table is like $5,000 to $10,000, and shipping on those is probably $5,000 to $10,000. Solid wood.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's solid wood. You gotta find a way to bring it over here. The reason I didn't get it is because this freaking stair, even if you go with the pivot, it's not gonna be able to bring that table down. Okay, that table is not coming down. It's huge. It's huge. You need like a machine crane to carry it. Human cannot just carry it up. It's so heavy. So I want
that thing sounds awesome.
I want one of those. And you know what? I will post a picture on Discord and Facebook later on when I find that picture again. Like the one I want. That one's sexy. Literally, I know there is one somebody ordered it, pay $1,000 deposit, and end up not buying it. And that thing was more than $10,000.
Wow.
Because there's no way to put it. There's no way to put it. After they create it, it's beautiful. And then the person is like, that's too big for my house, and just left it in the factory.
Is it like a foot high where you can get your knees?
It's a table enough to sit 8 people comfortably.
But you don't have to sit on your knees?
No. It's high enough. It's high enough. It has enough depth where they can have that river, you know, going around. So it's beautiful. Ah, shit.
So if there's one word that I could use to describe Asians, it's opulence. Like just everything is just ridiculously it's crazy. That's cool.
I mean, we want things to look good, have that feel of luxury, right? And a lot of time luxury means different things to different people. For some people, solid wood, beautiful art furniture is much better than someone that bought an Italian furniture with leather on it. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, it's all handcraft, and that's beautiful. You know, for people, even if you don't use it at home, that makes you happy when you look at it, right? It's like having a Lamborghini in your living room. Even if you can't drive it out of the house, it feels good to have it in the living room, right? So a lot of Asian, they will use that kind of furniture because, land and housing costs in Asia is ridiculous, right? So once you buy a house, you're living there for 3 generations, right? So you'll splurge on furniture, so that even when you pass down to your kid, they can continue to use it. Those solid wood furnitures will last forever, right?
Yeah.
It's so sad nowadays. Our furniture lasts about like 2 years. You gotta toss it. But back in the day, those wooden furniture, those steel furniture, they will last forever, right? You can still find those 1800s Coca-Cola things being refurbished and still used. And then today, if you buy a Coca-Cola fridge, it probably shit the bed in 3 months. And they will just toss it to the trash. They just toss it to the trash. So, well, now that I think about it, I really want one of those. The more I talk about it, the more I gotta look for it and show you guys.
Table.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm out of liquor.
Martine, that's why you had to bring the bottle with you.
Yeah.
Right away, I can't find one of those big ones, but I will show you some example of how they look like. Let's do a semi complex one, not too complex, but semi complex. How's this one? This one looks pretty good. Okay, that's this one.
Quasi complex.
All right, here we go. Ready? Save image.
Thanks, Michael.
Boom. Okay. Here we go.
Quasi.
Ready?
Get the timbre of the conversation going.
All right, ready? There we go. That's one of those tables.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
I see that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Dude, I would sit down and have tea with you, Tony.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Me too. I don't care how long it takes to make that tea. Right? And the ones with the dragon head, here's an example of it. Here's another example of one with a dragon head on it.
Look at the legs on that thing. What the hell?
Wow.
Dragon, bro.
Like
Golly.
these kind of stuff, you put it in the house, you'll be happy to even have that in the house. You don't have to use it. Like, heck, if I don't know how to do tea, I'm just gonna learn how to do tea if I have one on the table, right?
Dude, that is some serious handcrafting, is what that is.
That is definitely.
Are you talking about the legs on the table?
Or that guy's legs right there.
On
Which one
the
you
one
talking
before
about?
that.
But
Huh?
The one before that.
yeah, let's see.
I'm talking about the one before that. The one before that had like these gigantic
Oh, okay. I
legs.
thought you were talking about.
It's
No,
solid wood. It's not. It's just one piece of wood, and then it's just carved to that level. That's
God,
something
amazing,
beautiful
dude.
thing.
what freaking? I mean, I wonder what tree they used for that shit. Damn.
Yeah, let's see. There's more, huh? Wait, but there's more.
And your wife won't let you have that?
There's no way to lift it. There's no way to lift it and put it in my basement.
Well, you don't do it. You have someone do it.
It won't be in your basement.
Yeah.
It's
You gotta display
imagine
that
how
shit.
heavy that thing is. Just look at that piece of wood.
It's straight wood.
Look,
Yeah, but
If
they
you
got
can
it in
afford-
their living room. So they got it. They got it there.
They
if
got
you
it
can
there because
afford the
that's their
table, you
first
can
floor.
afford to pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, that's the first
Move it.
floor. Let's see.
God,
I've seen people lifting this. They use like a machine crane to crane into a house.
shipping on that thing would fucking be outrageous.
I can tell you that a lot of them actually they moved it to the house before the house was finished building. They knocked down a wall just to put it in there and then put the
Yeah.
wall back on. When
Yeah,
you can
that's-
afford something like that, you can afford to knock down a wall,
Yep.
right? So hold on. Judge. No, but this one. Like there is one I saw. Like the guy was trying to auction off. Like I said, the guy only paid $1,000 deposit and choose not to have it. So he was trying to auction that off. I saw it. I was like, I want it so bad. But obviously you can't bring it here because ship it over here will cost you 2 arm and a leg and probably 5 livers. So I
Wow.
can't have it here. I mean, obviously they have a standard table kind of thing. It's not nearly as intricate. Like, you know, they have these standard ones, huh?
Oh. Tony, I'm telling you, if you move to Texas, I know you're talking about just sometimes sometimes you talk about like up and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to move to Texas, there are a lot of people here in Texas who can build you shit like that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, and I will be able to fit into the house, but the house will be big enough. Yeah. Something like that is very standard, right? It's not crazy, but even that is solid wood.
Damn, that one's cool too.
Wow.
Let me see if I can find. Maybe if I
Like
type
that first one you showed, it looked like it was the like one of those trees that grow in California, those fucking massive ass trees.
It's hard to find that big of a tree too.
The sequoias.
I don't know, the ones where you can drive through.
Yeah, the sequoias.
All right, let's see. If I type in more descriptive words, can I find more? Oh, this is pretty intricate too. All right, here you go. Save. And they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful.
Oh wow.
That one's awesome.
Right?
That's
Even
cool.
without like all the crazy design, it still looks beautiful.
That one, I don't know why, but it reminds me of a toad.
I can kind of see it. I can see it. Yeah.
I see it.
So this
looks
kind of
pretty
stuff
nice.
make me, you know, I want to have those, but then the amount of effort to get into a house, you literally had to knock down a wall just so that a crane can actually crank it into a house. I don't think they listed the weight, but then, you know, let's see.
It's fucking outrageous.
Yeah, it's solid wood. You can imagine how much a chair, like even that chair is a round piece of wood. That chair is a round piece of wood. So, you know, just to move that, you can imagine you're looking at, you know, a few £100 easy.
Yeah.
So, but they look great and they'll last forever. You know, if you know how hard it is to remove the tree roots from your yard, these things last forever. Right? They don't you know, they're varnished. They are waterproof. You can literally use it forever. If you don't ding it, that thing will never rot. That thing will be forever.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, too bad I don't have one of those in my house. I really do want one. I absolutely want one. So, one day.
So, Tony, are you ever thinking about moving out of Boston?
I want to, but it will be most likely it'll be something, you know, when I retire, when my wife retires, kind of thing. Because my wife actually likes 4 seasons. She likes to see the fall, the leaves. She likes to see snow. She likes to feel like the holiday is like a holiday. You know, I mean, I don't know how Texas is in the winter, but it's not that cold to snow normally.
Oh,
No,
did you not hear what happened back in March, late February? We had some snow here.
Yeah, but like that's once in a million year kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we see snow maybe once a year, and it's literally snow that doesn't stick.
Yeah. My wife like cold weather because she can wear her trench coat and feel pretty. You know, so it's a totally different lifestyle. Like, you know, when she.
Tony, have you been to Texas?
I've not been to Texas.
You should probably come visit once, or maybe twice. Once around the May time, and then maybe once around December. And you'll get like a good feel of like what temperatures are here.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing: does your temperature ever go to 10 degrees?
Yes, yeah. Right around March is when we get like 10 degrees, 10 to 20 degrees.
Well,
is
what
like
about
the lowest
Christmas?
we see. Christmas, we're usually in like the 30s or 40s.
Yeah, that's not cold enough for her.
Hey, but it snowed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day a couple of years in a row. Do y'all remember that? What was it, 2012,
It's like 2 years in a row.
2013? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
For
2 years in
her,
a row.
she won that, you know, city busy life for now. Obviously, when you're younger, that's what people strive for. But
Yeah.
once you get older, like my age right now, I would like to relax. I wanted to just be able to still hang with friends and stuff in the afternoon where they're not saying, I'm so busy working. For her, she's okay. She doesn't have much friends. She's just working and watch TV. That's fine. Like, doesn't matter where it is. But for
Okay,
me,
so for you and your wife to be happy in Texas, you would be good in Highland Park. What do you think, Josh?
They are the epitome of a Highland Park couple.
Yeah, I think so too. Highland Park is like North Dallas, you have the city life, but with high class city life.
I mean, obviously, yeah, you won't need snow tire when you move to Texas, right? I mean, I don't know. I personally don't mind to live in the South life or the Texas life kind of thing because it would be more relaxed. I wouldn't, But for me, it makes very little difference because I'm at home, right?
I think you'll enjoy it here in Texas.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind because I'll be able to go out in the back, smoke all day, and then most likely I can buy a huge, gigantic mansion for what I afford for houses. Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right, I can literally build one from the ground up, and you wouldn't cost me 2 arms and a leg. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how big your house is now, but I can imagine, and it doesn't. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Whatever your house is now, you could sell it, come down here, and get a house 2 to 3 times the size.
Yes.
At a fraction of the cost, and you also don't have to pay state taxes.
Exactly.
There's no state tax.
That's
there's no
huge.
income tax either, right? There's no income tax as well.
There's no state tax.
There's no state tax. There's sales tax.
Well, no state income tax.
Yeah, state income tax. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, state income tax. Yeah.
Federal will get you anyway, right? You gotta pay federal anyway. So, yeah,
You gotta file for them to know that you exist.
James says too hot in the Texas during the summer. Here's the thing though, if it's too hot, I just don't go out. We have AC for a reason.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So I mean, my wife enjoys temperature between 70 and 90. Anything more than 90, she doesn't like.
Okay, Texas.
But it doesn't mean Massachusetts never hit 100.
Yeah, but see, in Texas, we've had years where you had 100 plus temperatures for like weeks at a time.
Yeah, that could kill her.
But we haven't had that in like maybe 2-3 years. Right,
That's
Josh?
rookie temperatures, man. You reckon 100? You went 100 degrees per month, bro.
And what she didn't like is to live in a big place so big where it takes half an hour to an hour just to get somewhere.
No, not here. It only takes like 10 minutes to get somewhere.
If you lived in Highland Park, you're basically
Down the
10
street.
minutes from downtown. You're 20 minutes from the suburbs.
How about crime rate?
Dallas is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But northeast, northwest, less crime rate.
But here's the thing, though. When she
Well, it's only pockets of Dallas. It's only pockets of Dallas.
When she argued that to me, I was like, downtown Boston is pretty bad too. Downtown New York is horrible.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. You gotta have crime rate everywhere. It doesn't matter. You can live in Stanford, and then once you kind of went out of that pocket, you're on a high crime rate area again. So
right.
For me, again, I think it'll be stages as she gets older and as she doesn't have to work anymore. She will be willing to move. I don't know. We start probably like Carolina, South Carolina kind of thing, and then eventually I probably can convince her to go more west because travel to Asia much easier. So, right from Texas to Japan, it's not that long. It's half the distance, right? Also Texas has ports to go to cruises.
Right.
Just that Texas overall is huge.
Yes.
It's huge. So it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, for you, like me knowing you, I think you would enjoy it here in Texas.
Oh, I know. I will.
Not so much. I mean, she could deal with it, but I don't think it'd be like her ideal place to live.
Yeah, I would think so. At least at her age right now. I mean, when she's in the 60s, I don't think it'll matter. It'll actually be more what's more convenient, what's more easier to live. You know,
Yeah,
like
I
I
mean,
say,
she's only 35, 36, 35.
she's 1987.
87, so she's
She's gonna
34.
be 34.
34.
Okay.
That same year I was born.
So I mean, if you think about this, right now she's young. She still want that busy city life. She still want to, wear things that doesn't make sense. Buy $800 shoes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once she's over that stage, she's like, I just want to relax, drink tea in the middle of the day, and have someone to hang out with. Then that's when she, because she enjoys like go to work and then go to coffee time with the co-workers. Right?
Okay, so I've got the perfect place for her in Texas, Frisco.
Right,
Right, Josh?
but
Boom.
I like
Yep.
I don't like city life. I like to be in suburbs. Like that's the reason why we moved here, because it's right between. Right, we're like a town but a city. Right, it's not too far away from premium mall. Right, that's why we moved here. Like we lived in the city before. I hated it. I don't like city life. I don't feel safe. I don't like to at nighttime open my window and still see lights. I don't want that. I want, if I open my window, I see nothing but people's windows.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And she likes to live in high-rise apartments. I personally don't like that. Now, granted, I do have apartments in Japan that's like 30 floors high, but
Okay, so I've got the perfect place for you then. West Plano. If you live in West Plano, you are 5 minutes south of Frisco, which is like the highlight, like the high class that she enjoys, and you like the less city lights around you. West Plano will be the perfect place for you.
yeah. Well, at that time, I'm pretty sure I can just liquidate whatever the house I have here, and then move over there and buy a mansion. Easy. Because I have the house in Lexington. That's over $1 million in just land value, right? I just sell one of those over here. This particular house is about $600,000. 1.6 million. I can buy any house over there. So.
Wait,
So-
Lexington, Kentucky?
Say what?
Lexington, Kentucky?
No, Lexington, Massachusetts.
Oh, I didn't know there was Lexington in Massachusetts.
Lexington, Massachusetts.
Like
you don't know?
Lexington
That's
and Concord.
yeah, that's where it is. Where they say the militaries are coming, the British are coming. That's where it is.
Wow.
The Minutemen. That's actually a very expensive town where average house is over $1 million. So that's the place. But yeah, both me and her graduated school there, and that's where we met.
Wow.
But yeah, very expensive town. We just sell that one. I'm pretty sure with that amount of money, I can build a brand new one with that table in there already. Hopefully. There's plenty of wood crafts in Texas, I would think. So.
Yep.
But at that time, I think I'll be able to relax, and then, drive down to Michael and go to your lounge when that time happens. I'll literally just hang out in your lounge every day when it's hot. Like 100-degree weather, you better have your AC on, okay? If I go to a place you don't have AC, I'm going to the back and crank it up for you.
Yep.
Right, and that's the play. Eventually, I do want to move towards south and west a little bit more.
Yeah.
The only concern I have is droughts, hot weather, water limitations, that kind of stuff. Michael's like shaking his head, but it's true. It's true.
It hasn't been that bad here in Texas the past couple of years.
Like Phoenix, you can't even water your plants.
Yeah, you can.
How do you water your plants? You're not supposed to.
Yeah, you
got no
can.
damn plants in Phoenix.
You can water your plants. You're thinking of California.
No, my friend actually moved to Phoenix, and he's like, he get cactus because they can't water their plants.
No, what it is, you have to water them at certain times of the day, because if you water them in the middle of the day, it'll kill them.
Why, the price?
No, because it's too hot.
Oh, because it boils it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Texas, I have no problem with it. Phoenix, I kind of have a small problem with Phoenix.
Yeah.
But Texas is not that bad. I don't, a lot of people have that mental image of like people in Texas, all cowboys with shotguns and cowboy hats and stuff like that with like leather boots, I don't think that's the case because I've never seen my team wear like that. You
No.
know,
That's Fort Worth.
right? You know, everybody talk English with that tongue twisting, you know, type of what's it called, a country tone.
Southern draw.
Hello. You know, that-
Twang.
See, somebody told me that I have a hick accent. I was like, I don't see it.
Certain words you do.
certain words.
Yeah.
I've seen
I don't know.
seen a boom
I don't
and
see it.
purchase a home with SpaceX down there I live. Ooh, really? Why do you want to live near SpaceX?
That's where they're probably doing all the manufacturing or testing or whatever. So.
Yeah, but why would you live there? That's the one
I don't
place
know.
you don't want to live there. Like when they take off and everything.
Oh yeah, it'd be loud.
Here you go, Tony. $1.9 million.
That's not too bad. That's gigantic. I can have like 5 families in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell, we have $1 million homes here in Plano.
We have $1 million homes in my city.
No, see, I want a big house, but I don't want it so big where I have to clean it. You know, the bigger house you have, the more you have to clean. Yeah.
You
That's
can
right.
afford lease.
So I just want regular, you know, big enough for me to enjoy, and I'll have like maybe a cigar room and stuff like that. You know, I'm okay with that. But it's a lot
There you
harder
go.
to do that in Massachusetts because the land is just ridiculous expensive. Ridiculous expensive. So I'm pretty sure, you know, when I get to that point where I go, I'm gonna move away. But at that time, I'll be able to do whatever decision I want because I just sell here and go, right?
Yeah. The price of land. You should look into the price of land here in Texas. You'll be like, oh, I can get all of that for this much.
Swimming pool and everything. Hell yeah! Yeah, I mean, it's right now. I want a place that's manageable because I don't clean all that much, you know, and my wife doesn't like cleaning either. So we can't have too big, we can't have too small. So we just live the way it is. And then the other place is literally my cigar storage. It really goes. And, you know, and still is maintenance and all that stuff. The tax alone in Lexington is about $14,000 a year in land tax.
God, blue.
Right? I can rent any apartment at that point price.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, that eventually that's gonna go. And then, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe I'll sell that one and buy a place in Texas or South Carolina. Just put it there for now because the weather over there isn't that bad where the house deteriorate the same rate as here.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
Over here, every year, snow damage, water damage, you know, high wind and all that crap. You know, over
I mean,
in
you
Texas,
might get damage from tornadoes, but that's about it.
I don't know if I want to deal with tornadoes either. I can deal with blizzard. I don't know if I want to deal with tornadoes. So that's tough. That's tough. Yeah. Wait. Juan says like the word y'all. I think y'all is not. It's not hickey. I think y'all is pretty much like a Southern thing. I say, you know, I say y'all here. What's up, y'all?
It's the way you say it.
Yar.
Y'all.
Do you know the definition of y'all?
You all.
Who's that talking to though?
Huh?
Is that so? There's y'all, which is you all, but that's not talking to everybody. It only talks to like a group of people. Oh, it's like a group of people. If you want to talk to everyone, it's all y'all.
Yeah, all y'all.
Yeah.
When you say all y'all, it sounds like you're bitching at someone. Like, you
No,
know.
it's everybody.
All y'all.
Yeah,
everybody.
but like I only
All
hear all
everybody.
y'all in a negative sense. I never hear a good thing
No.
about all y'all whenever somebody uses all y'all.
Yeah. Well, true.
No, like when you walk in a room and you say all y'all, that means everybody in that room. But
Right.
if you say y'all, that means like everyone in like a group.
But when you say all y'all to start that sentence, you know something bad's gonna come out. You know, you go into the room
But
like
it could
all
be.
y'all bitches. You know, you wouldn't be y'all bitches. You'd be like, all y'all not bitches. Y'all okay, but
Yep.
all of y'all. You know?
We also have another phrase called like "bless your heart."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
Does you not bless anywhere else? You just bless the heart?
Bless your heart.
It's if you're saying "bless your heart," it's pretty much "screw you" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
You dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart.
It's like saying you dumbass. Like, yeah.
Oh god.
So if you're ever
Right.
down here and you hear somebody say "bless your heart," they're talking shit about you.
Yeah. Somebody says that to somebody's baby. That's what they're saying. Oh, bless their heart. There's one ugly, retarded baby.
Alright, so guys, I literally forgot I have a call at 12.
Oh shit!
I got a text
Yep.
message like, "Where are you?" I gotta go.